It's the Wednesday wrap-up show, and Chocolate's already messing it up.
Me. You know what? Yes, I take full responsibility.
This is what happens when Derek's not here.
Nigga, I'm done for the day. Nope. I'm done for the day. You can have it. Nope, and that curse gets credited to Oracle's account. Nope, Angel account. That goes to Angel's account. I'm done. That hurt to the core. That hurt to my core. I'm gonna stick that. All right, that. Hello, man.
No, see, Phil has been taking our shit for the longest, so it's your turn now.
No. Because what really happened is somebody left it there, but unlike me, I'm not throwing it under the bus. I'm just gonna take the L on the chin for the team, even though I'm not the one that did it. But this lady out here throwing bowls. But you know what? If you can't dish it, don't take it. If you can't take it, don't dish it. It's all right.
I can take it. Just throw everything at me. Throw the world at me. Come for me.
No. See, first and foremost, you got us arguing in front of the people.
It's not an argument.
Like we a dysfunctional group. Okay? Right? This is supposed to be the BCL After Dark segment, not just coming up the gate.
You did it 2 weeks in a row. I'm just gonna.
Here we go. You know what? Listen, I'm the one. Phil let y'all slide. Me, I'm ready. Y'all know that. I'm always ready to go.
It's all right, black man. We all make mistakes.
Ladies and ladies, if you don't know who we are the Black Comic Lords. We are here with the fearless leader, Paul, the one and only Oracle, giving you amazing interviews with Hollywood's elite, and then the one and only Big Phil from Collections in Black, always making sure that, you're going to have some curated original pieces of art. No print, no AI. Boys and girls, once again, we are the Black Comic Lords. Shout out to Rich, shout out to Hirsch, shout out to Derek. Yes, sir. What up, people?
We here.
You said we here.
We are here. That's all. We are here. I think today is going to be we got a lot to talk about today.
That's the hotness.
Now wait a second. Hey, Paul.
I mean,
before you do all of that, sir.
What you got?
Can we talk about this past weekend? We got a lot of things we want to cover. Black people and just people in general. We got a lot of things we want to cover. But one of the big things that happened, you've heard us talk about this all year, and OAX finally came around, and it was everything that it was supposed to be. It is an original art collector's dream. Even if you're not a big original art collector, it is. I do believe that if you're just a comic fan in general, it is. You need to be there. You need to be there in the building. I can't stress that this. Besides from my particular events, I'm going to say that OAX is probably my favorite gathering of collectors, dealers, artists, because what happens is, in my opinion, it goes from being you're at a con to feeling more like it's a family reunion, if that makes sense. They feel like it's a reunion. I mean, well, especially, I'll say this for those who are not just casual collectors, because I'm being honest, when we get, like, for me, the con takes place, the when it's over is when everything takes place for me. Besides from getting the art and the camaraderie, there is something about being in the building and seeing your peoples come in, and when certain people come in the door and things of that nature. It's an amazing situation.
It's truly a more intimate affair in the sense. This is the third year they've had OAX. Shout out to comic fans, comic art fans, Kaz, Gambari, Bill. Appreciate you always showing us hospitality to BCL and your support. What's amazing to me is when you first get there and you get to the hotel and you look at the lobby. They have like a meet and greet. Just kick it all off.
In the lobby off day one?
Well, no, there's the lobby first, but then there's also a meet and greet. And the meet and greet is what, Friday? It's Friday, right?
Yeah.
Phil was spinning. They have food, they have drinks. And you see all these fans, all these art collectors dapping each other up, handshakes, hugs. How you doing? What are you doing? How are things going? I remember last year you did this, did this. And they have their portfolios and they're exchanging art with one another. Right? Oh, I just picked up, this Black Panther piece, man. Oh, I've always wanted that. Let me go ahead and how about we do an exchange? Deals are made. And this isn't a con where people are talking about, well, I got, the latest issue of Eternal in a 9.8. That's cool. And I got it for like, $50. None of the cats going to this are broke.
Hold on. Speaking of broke,
it's the big homie right there.
Oh yeah! Shout out expensive paper.
Oh damn!
Oh yeah!
Thanks. Thank you,
damn. I mean,
thank you.
Let me tell you something about expensive paper. That's my man. He's part of Collections and Black Team. Y'all, a lot of y'all don't know who he is, but he's part of the team. So we out here, we out here spreading love. Appreciate you, family, for
blessings, family. Yes, sir.
But yeah, Paul, I mean, as Kekon-san said, deals were happening in lobby before. I mean, it's just crazy, man.
I mean, it sounds like
it.
So the amount of money that is spent at this event, these are it's weird, man. Like Phil and Otis introduced me to this culture, and it truly is its own subculture. You think you know about the comic book experience world, and you realize there's a whole nother world, a whole nother level of collecting. And I can't, I can say these words to you, but you truly can't appreciate it until you're there. And I'm not just saying that, it's not hyperbole. It's just, you have to be there to understand what I'm talking about. Angel, you agree, right? This is like your second year.
Yeah. So it's the intimacy of it.
Yeah.
It's the ground floor of truly relationship and connection building.
That's a big part of it.
The huge thing is like you're meeting, maybe your childhood inspiration. You're maybe, meeting the creators of what inspires you to be great at what you do today. It is learning techniques because I spent 30 minutes with David Finch and just learning techniques that, okay, yeah, you can go to a class, you can go to a college, but to see a legend actually finish a piece of artwork in 35 minutes and he's explaining his techniques. This is how I do it. This is this, and blah, blah, blah. And so on. And he's so kind about it. So unassuming.
Right.
There's so much level of depth. It's like you're in the ocean and you can breathe the air, breathe the water rather. I have been through a lot of different types of community subcultures with the wealthy. I have a very large friend base that in that realm. And this is very similar to that in the historic sense. Those intimate gatherings where people are just themselves. They're their truth. They're walking around in their truth and happy to share it with whoever's talking to them. And you don't find that. That's not anything you could just, pay any kind of ticket to. So if you're not going to OAX, you're missing out.
So Phil, I segue to you because there's a post that you dropped online, and I was just like, this looks like you guys are having the biggest fun ever. It's you, Uko. I see my boy Paul. I'm like, talk about this photo for me. Talk about this photo, camaraderie, and let me know what you got. Talk to us.
So this particular photo was, it was taken at the auction. As a matter of fact, let me say this too. I got to DJ the Jack Kirby Awards. I got to DJ the Jack Kirby Awards. The man who created Captain America, the man who created Black Panther. We can go on and on and on. And I can't thank Kazra and Bill enough for putting me in a position, to do that. That's something that I never would have even thought, was even something that would happen. My man Arang checked in. Like, go back to that picture real quick. So I'm gonna tell you. Let's talk about this image real quick. Let's talk about it. So, in this particular image, you see me. I want to tell you, put that up and take that OAX recap title out of it quick, because that's getting on my nerves. This will be we black folks. Take that recap title out of there.
Listen.
Just put that up regular. So if you look at that, next to me, you got my man Yuko, who is actually the doing the artwork for my book, The Forgotten. Then you got me with my handsome self. You got my man, and that is the big homie Aranga right there. He's a super dope artist. As a matter of fact, Ugo's piece, he just sold it. He just had a piece in the auction, went for like $2,000. It was a real exciting.
Yep.
Next to me, you got Aranga. Next to Aranga, you got my man Khalil. I ain't even gonna look at the picture. I can tell you how it goes. Behind Khalil, you have you got Paul. Behind me is, I gotta see the picture again. Jesus Christ. Who is behind me? I think it was Sig Slayers. It was Mike from Sig Slayers. And then next to Mike was my man Shane. The only non-melanated brother in the picture was my man Shane from Pittsburgh, the dope graffiti artist. He came out, he drove all the way up from Pittsburgh to be there.
Oh, that's the gentleman Shane that you were telling me about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, his work is sick. Oh, I loved it.
And that is literally how this weekend was. Just a lot of moments, like that. And just to be there with everybody was incredible. And shout out to Cash for putting together just a really dope event. And it was just something there for everyone. If you can, I did when I first got there, when I woke up the next day, I was late on Sunday getting to the floor because I wanted to do a recap because so much happened on Friday and Saturday. And I probably should hit the floor early, but I spent like 4 or 5 hours editing this video piece because I was just so inspired because I had such a good time on Friday and Saturday because my plane was going to be 14 hours late and I had to catch a whole nother flight and all this other crazy stuff. But Chocolate, if you could run that video piece, that was just a recap of the first 2 days, just so people could kind of get a taste of. So when I got off, first of all, I got off the plane.
I wanted to show you this one, clear.
Let's show that clear, show that crispy clear.
So speaking, I put that up there because Everyday Adams has a question. Were they shaving heads at the door?
No, we just, just get with the folks, man. That's just what we do, baby. We was out here, it's just what we do.
Keeping it clean, that's all. Keeping it clean.
There you go.
And so it was funny because the first night, I'll say this, I walked right into OAX. I was supposed to be there Thursday, but I stayed because I had an event at August Wilson Center. I had to get that bread so I could buy some books. Then I came on Friday. Then I had an early flight Friday. The flight got canceled, and I had to scramble to get a whole nother ticket that cost me twice as much. But I was able to get there, and I got there. And the thing was, I told Casual, man, I missed my flights. There was a stewardess didn't come, so they didn't let the plane go. But we're gonna let that go. So Casual was like, well, man, if you're not going to make it, I'm like, nah, I'm going to make it, dog. There's no way I'm not making this thing. So I went and got me a ticket. I got there right when everything was started.
He told on you.
Casual snitched on you.
Set up.
So your ticket cost me twice as much.
It did. It cost twice. Oh, and shout out to Casual because Casual reimbursed me for that ticket that cost me twice as much.
Casual does reimbursements?
When did that happen? Hold on. Before everybody starts reimbursing their flight, boys and girls, family, let's take a quick look at what happened.
Listen, there's a lot of money in the room tonight.
Run that back.
Let's not be shy. Shout out to my 1 2 1 2. I want to welcome everybody to OAX. It's the third annual OAX. I go by the name of DJ Big Phil. Everybody, listen, there's a lot of money in the room tonight. So let's not be shy. Shout out to my people, Sig Slayers in the building, Black Comic Lords in the building, my man Shane in the building. We got West Coast Avenger in the building. We gonna have this a little bit different than what y'all used to, y'all. So if y'all get mad, that's all right. Don't bother me now. Love y'all. Shout out to Casual Bill and everybody from Cavs and OAX. We're gonna have a good time tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good evening. Thank you.
This is my first year. I'm really excited. I love comic book art, so it's a great time for me to actually come and just do this for the first time and see all these great people here. Meet guys like Walt Simonson, Louise Simonson, Alan Davis. Show off your comic art, man. It's awesome. I love it.
Word.
Love it.
My man.
Yeah.
Okay, I already see some pieces, and I'm like, wait a minute, the afro. And I keep hearing, you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. I'll let you do it.
We got, and I'm gonna say this. We just gonna keep it going. We got a special guest in the building. Is he backstage? We bring him in here too.
Hold on. Let me see.
This is a Black Comic Lords exclusive.
There we go.
Hey. So, let me introduce this brother real quick.
Yes, sir.
This is my man from Sig Slayers. For those who don't know, Sig Slayers, man, they got a real dope YouTube channel, and they specialize in getting all the signatures, like unbelievable. Like this dude, they're an animal when it comes to getting the signatures, and they're tight.
Brother's a machine, absolute machine. It's to see you work a floor. It's like a work of art, man. This brother has a whole suitcase on wheels.
Oh,
he is literally
rotating in and out. Y'all didn't know that part.
He literally running from table to table, snagging, drops a stack on a creator's table and says, "I need these signed," and he's out here sign this. I'm
not gonna front. That sounds like me at every freaking con that I go to.
Yeah, it was crazy. And the way, hey brother Mike, can you tell him how me and you eventually hooked up and how you made your way to OAX and just how?
Yeah, man. Well, first and foremost, man, Black Comic Lords, man. Shout out to y'all, man, for welcoming me here. I watch you guys every week, so this is just an honor to be here, just to chop it up with y'all, to talk all things blurred things. How I found out about you was actually through Comic Art Fans, Collections in Black. You were promoting the Collections in Black exhibit. It was an interview with Bill Cox, the comic art fans is like my what do you call it? Like home shopping network. So I just kind of have that in the background, seeing what's being flipped, seeing how much money's being spent, seeing if there's a chance that there's anything I like on there. And then so there was one week you were on there, and I was like, oh snap! And then it was one thing that you said that I was like, oh okay, all right, now I got to get in contact with this brother. Well, Style So Serious, what up, man? That's my fams too, man. They be on my streams. You said the black glove, and that's a trigger word for me because we have a whole black glove crew on the West Coast, you know, and you know we OJ, you go with the nylons, but we OJ, we go with the black leather. You know what I mean?
Okay.
LA, you got to go OJ style. You know what I mean? So we got the black glove that way. And so when you said that you bust out the black glove, I was like, wait a minute, he's doing stuff on the East Coast like we doing it on the West Coast. And I was like, I got to get in contact with him. And then the fact that you do the Black Comic Lords too, I was like, yo, man, we all got to just come together like Voltron, man, and just, you know, bring both coasts together.
There we go. And we did. And it was just amazing that we are, you know, we got a really tight crew. We have a really tight crew that we get together, and there's all these different pockets, and everybody got all their little pockets, but then we got our moments. Like there was a moment where it was us, Xavier from Heritage, you know, Casra came over doing the Casra thing, and it's just it's one of those things. Like I feel like OAX don't start till we get there. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how much money's being saved, being paid, being spent. It don't start till we show up, and then once we show up, it's go time. But I will say this: I've never seen nobody. No, Chalk. I know you the signature guy too. No, I seen this brother with this dude because I'm not. I've heard it before, but when I seen this brother pull up with the suitcases full of books in them,
yeah,
I said,
my rule. So we got the collapsible suitcases with the wheels. We got the car. There's a method to the madness.
Yeah, and when I see you, Chalk, man, it's like a kindred spirit, man. You have the absolute Batman who was flashing the other day. I'm a big Batman fan, so yeah, man, it was kindred spirit. So I know your hustle, man. You be on Whatnot too.
Appreciate. But that goes back to what Phil was saying. We each got our own stuff, right? So they trying to get me to elevate to original art, and I'm like, I like having a wife and kids and a roof over my head. Go away, like leave me alone. Like,
I'm gonna say this too, though. Let me. I'll be remiss if I didn't say I want to give a shout. I met Angel's husband, and he had a really dope Thundercat piece.
Yeah.
Now, and you know, to see it in person is impressive. Now, here's the thing. Everybody's admiring art, so people sit there like, "Oh, this is dope. Oh, this is dope." And I'm just telling you, like, there was just so many moments like that this entire week. It was just an incredible experience. You know, there you go in this picture right here. So, I don't know if y'all saw this, because you know this. Let me say this too. We're talking about us. Let's talk about some of the guests. Yeah, John Romita Jr. in the building.
Man.
Look, that's my new friend.
Well, hold on. Before we get into that, so because I need to understand what happened there, and I need to see the goodies. But did y'all just see that Casper said that next year y'all get 10% off if y'all shave your heads? I think I'm joking. I mean, I'm waving it. I'm 360 waving it, but 10%. I mean,
Chocolate. Check your WhatsApp and see if you can play that.
My WhatsApp, I bet.
But
in the meantime, Paul, Oracle.
Hey, real quick though, Chocolate. Let me say this.
Sure got.
Well, the thing that I got to be careful is that when I'm talking to Angel, and I'm talking to Paul, I'm talking to Mike from Sig Slayers. I got to remember I'm talking to an audience that doesn't understand exactly what it is. So I got to bring it back because I was after a minute I'm just talking to y'all and I forget we got an audience. OAX has artists, original art, the artists, the creators. Then they also had a gallery room that had a full Jack Kirby command the entire story. That that last X-Men book that Simone DeMeo did, they had all the pages up there.
Man, that was wild. That was wild.
All the pages was on the wall. And then there was also a manga section that was all original manga.
Stop. I absolutely hate interrupting people, especially when I'm interviewing and co-hosting, whatever. What do you mean manga section?
All entire
original art.
Original manga
art. Y'all didn't tell me that. No, y'all didn't tell me
that. Dragon Ball Z original art there, man. From the
you talking, listen, you talk Full Metal Alchemist, Zatch Bell, Naruto. This is
so first of all, let's
you didn't tell me that.
You're talking amateur hour. We're talking. There were sketches.
Ninja Scroll, Berserk. We can go back.
No, this is older than those. What he had.
The brother had. There was some, more. I want to say it was some early Mario manga designs was there. There was pages. There was Akira cells there. Vampire Hunter.
Yes.
I'm talking about the actual cell pieces. So there was a lot of stuff there. And there was a lot of super earlier, like Giant Robo and stuff like that was there. So it was, this was next.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. This is OAX, man. This ain't the corner store art fair, cuz.
I want to throw in, hold on, because I want to make sure that the audience understands when we say original art. Because we're saying it as though that's a common description of something. So during the process of a comic book or a painting, and mostly we'll just stick with the comic book to keep it simple, there are giant pages that the artist can use pencil, color pencil, inks, and paints. And during the creation of comic books, these giant cell pages were used and copied to make the comic books. And because they're one of one, that's what we consider, or everyone considers, original art. It's the medium used by the artist, whether it's on paper, whether it's on canvas, whether it's on parchment, and it's a one of one. So there is no
Whether it's
other.
in one of
it's
these
not
Black Panther illustrated books.
Yes.
That was heavy,
so
Paul, man.
anything considered original art is what the artist used to make the pro print of something. So just so everybody knows what original art is, and that's why it's so valuable, because there's no copies of it.
Well, I'm happy.
Say it again, Angel. Say it again for him. There's no what?
Last part.
There's no copies of it.
The other aspect of this is you have one of the things Angel mentioned is the intimacy of it. The opportunity to, unlike when you go to a big con where you see an artist and there's a line going out the door and you got maybe a minute where you can give the artist a book and they're signing books and you say, hey, I really love your work on so-and-so. Yeah, thank you. Great. Next, OAX is not really like that. You have the opportunity to actually sit there and have conversations with these creators. Sometimes they'll be out in the lobby. You'll sit there and talk to them. On my last day, I'm sitting here watching John Romita Jr. walk his dog and then go over to Walt Simonson, and they're sitting there talking about his dog. I mean, it's just a very, very intimate event. Let me give you an example of one of these moments that you can share.
Whoa.
Already?
No, blame me.
That was my fault. Stop. So I heard that there's a story that you actually were the co-creator of the Prowler.
Yeah, I was a
Keep the line going.
So I heard that there's a story that you had actually were the co-creator of the Prowler.
Yeah, I was a little guy and literally just found out that Spider-Man lived in our neighborhood. And then I also heard that there was a Prowler hovering around Queens Village at the time. And I said, Dad, Spider-Man's got to take care of the Prowler. He says, go ahead, draw it out, write it out, do something. So I come up with this silly design of character in skin-tight costume because I couldn't draw. My father took it to Stan. Stan liked it, made fun of the artwork, said the artwork sucks, but I love the idea. That that was it. My father turned into Hobie Brown.
And that's the birth of the Prowler.
Yeah. Good. First off, good Stan Lee impression.
John Romita Jr. is technically the creator of the character known as the Prowler.
That's all
Created
technically.
as a teenager.
Created him.
Kid. Those are the type of stories you can get, man. It's just and if you noticed in that video, what was he working on?
Here we go.
He was working on.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Adding to my
Already
OAX
illustrious.
picture. He did a signature and remark of the Black Panther in my book for me. For those of you who may not know, John Romita Jr. was the artist on the Reggie Hudlin run of the Black Panther that ultimately got made into a cartoon on BET. And BET basically took his art from the comic and made it into a webtoon.
Oh, wow.
So would
the animation you see in the
so would Black
cartoon is
Panther be the
actually John
first?
Romita Jr.'s artwork on the BET channel.
So hold on. So Paul, would that mean Black Panther was the first to use that type of comic art? Because I know it's three in conversation. It's Into the Spider-Verse. There's, I don't know if you're up, there's a show called, oh my God, One Punch Man. And there's another one where they actually took legit cells or legit artwork from the comic.
No,
that's technique that actually goes back way before then. Even in the 1960s, Marvel had the Marvel Hour, where they had original classic characters. They had Thor, they had Spider-Man, they had Namor the Submariner, they had the Fantastic Four, they had Captain America, they had Spider-Man, and all these characters in the 1960s had their cartoons. And originally, they actually just took, especially with Captain America, they took actual pictures from the comics and then just try to animate them.
And that's dope. Okay, see,
so actually, what happened? What
Romita nugget. Hold on. So, a little known nugget in the Dazzler history. He's not named in this comic because he was the penciler, and I guess he just wasn't a name at that time. But while he was signing this, he confirmed that Grace Jones was the original inspiration for the Dazzler. So
dope.
There's actually John Byrne actually drew. There's actually the actual first designs were drawn by Byrne, and she's definitely black. Those were dope. Those were really dope.
So that's the kind of things that you come across at OAX, is these little historic nuggets that you would never really be able to confirm otherwise without talking to people that were there.
Paul, Phil, and Sig Slayer. I want you guys to check on this one and chat about that a little bit.
Can you share
how
the
acetate comes in with production with the one story page or storyboard?
I have no answers for that.
I have an answer to that. Think of the acetate. I'm sorry.
I don't deal with acetates. I deal with paper and pencil. So I don't.
Why my brain took it as he doesn't like ass that taste, and I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, wow.
This dude.
Nah. Listen, y'all started the show with heat. Don't tell me nothing.
So the acetate is like, so you think of like Photoshop and having layers, right? So like Photoshop has layers. The acetate is the layer of the production. It'll have a title on it. Sometimes they'll use the acetate as a layer to fix up something, a figure, and they'll lay it over there. And so sometimes it's used to fix things. Sometimes it's used to add extra layers to the actual piece itself. But but once the acetate is added to it, it becomes a part of the piece. So it's still a one of one. So the acetate usually becomes stapled to the actual board itself. So when they use it, you get the acetate and everything all. So if you buy it, you get the acetate and everything all together.
I don't give a damn about no damn acetate, man.
On certain things, man. Especially stuff in the 80s and the late 70s, man. I'm telling you, man, it depends on what it is.
I ain't got no acetate on nothing. I know people have made these fake joints with the acetates, but that's a whole nother conversation within itself. I know this. Let me just keep running through the day. So we talked about the auction was crazy, and we all pretty much sat together at the auction. The Kirby Awards. Kazra and them put together the Kirby Awards. I don't want to tell the wrong history about the Kirby Awards, but the Kirby Awards was a long time ago. Something happened and split, and I believe the Eisners came out from the split of the Kirby Awards back in the day.
So I heard that there's a story that you had actually.
Who did that one?
My bad.
Man, this dude, y'all just touching stuff, man.
Who did that?
Y'all like some badass kids, man. Put your hands up.
No. Who did that?
The hell? So
I was trying to show the illustration of what you were trying to.
No, I don't want to hit nothing now.
Don't touch nothing, Paul, man. Don't touch nothing.
Don't listen.
Man, he like you got company that come up want to touch shit, man. Just sit down, man. Just chill out. He just clicking on stuff. What are we doing? He just clicking on random images.
Random image. This is from OAX.
Yeah, but we talking about something. Hey, Chocolate Man, can you take back over to the?
No. Now chocolate is. Look at
that. Wild. About to be like y'all trying to treat me like Delroy Lindo and them at the John with dudes.
Delroy Lindo.
So listen. But listen though. So let's talk about the Kirby Awards.
Why you gotta embarrass me in front of company?
You embarrass yourself, son. Listen,
because Eric is sorely missed right now. That's what's happening.
Hold on.
You know what? I'm done. I'm done.
Chocolate.
I'm done. I quit.
That's all right, Black Man. Real quick, we need to talk about this really fast. It's very important that how prestigious this award ceremony was. It was like we're outside in this pavilion. There's like 500 people. We stayed there for like 3 hours. Nobody got tired. And it was, shout out to my man that he picked it up. We'll talk about that too. Appreciate you. I just want to say that the Kirby Awards was excellent. They couldn't pick better people to give the awards to. And the actual award itself was incredible. So we've all seen the image of Kirby at his desk. And it was a genius award. It was like the desk itself, like Kirby's drawing desk is the.
I see the photo of Kazra with that in your video. That's what it was. The award.
Yeah, that's the award, and that was that was the month we actually showed it to. I believe it was somebody from the Kirby family. I could be wrong. And then each individual creative who got one on the back of the, I think it's either the chair or the mount. I forget where it is. I don't charge it to my head and not to my heart. It has their name on it. It's a really incredible award. It's really. I just want to.
Hey, how did you feel DJing, man? The resurrection of the Kirby Awards, man. Being there, doing that for the first time. What was that like?
The 8-year-old kid in me that used to sneak into my dad's comics. You couldn't have told him back in the day that he would be DJing the award ceremony for the man who created his favorite character.
Ooh, I see where you at. That's dope. Okay.
Are you see what I'm saying? You couldn't tell me that. Like that's worth more than you can't even put a dollar sign on that. You know, that's part of the collections and Black legacy. That's part of my legacy. That's something that, you know, when we talk about this thing and we talk about the importance of this and the fact that, you know, whatever small part I may have played in that, you know, I was there. The resurrection of the Kirby Awards, I was in the mix. You know what I mean? So as a, you know, this is a person, no matter what nobody say, race, this, whatever, this is the man who created the Black Panther, our favorite character, the most important African-American character, period. So I can't read it. I ain't got my Dahmers on. I don't know what Kazra said.
Look like Kazra said, DJ and official photographer of the Kirby Awards.
That's right.
I'm getting extra fish sandwiches next time I'm in Pittsburgh.
Check this out. So I brought Kazra to the bar. Kazra comes up, he kicks it with me at the bars. We went to the one joint I DJ on Tuesday, and we was up there chilling, man. I got him some fish sandwiches, man. We was just lounge. Paul came up there too. So
love them fish sandwiches, man.
Wait, the Kirby Award though, I want to attribute, because that was one of my new friends The sculpted award is by Carlos Soca. And him and his wife is so amazing. His work is exceptional. He's been sculpting since he was a kid. And for the team to pick this sculptor out of all around the world was just pure brilliance. Because, he's a art fan, comic book fan. A lot of his sculptures were heroes from Marvel. So it meant a lot to him to do this this award sculpt piece. It's just beautiful. So I just want to make sure his name got put on that sculpted piece.
Absolutely. As you can see in the picture, it's Jack Kirby's chair and table that he did all his creations on. And what Carlos did is, if you see the little bubbles on it, that's the famous Kirby crackle.
As
he was known for.
Likes to say, Kirby crackle.
Yeah. Next level, man. It's all next level stuff.
That's attention to detail that Oracle's talking about. You gotta really care to put detail like that in an award, let alone to know the history of that, right? That's
yeah. We got some. Let me tell you something. The new video piece I'm going to drop is going to be crazy. My full recap is going to be bananas. It's going to be a minute, but it's going to be.
Before we get into the video pieces,
You want to start flexing?
No. Yes. Yes. What is going on?
Hey, let me say this real quick too, though. I want to say this one more time. I said it. I kind of hinted on it. I came down on Saturday. All I know is that I want to bring Sig. I'm gonna give Sig Slayers his props one more time. All I know is that I come down. I think I'm halfway early. I'm making my rounds, and this dude is like, "Oh man, I don't rate and got X amount of signatures already." I'm like, "What?" I'm thinking he was playing, and he was not playing whatsoever. I seen videos of him up on the table and he was going. Mike, how many signatures did you end up with? Give us your stats. There's
a method to the madness.
Yes, man. This one, okay. I got shout out to all the cats from that organized OAX. Shout out to Kazra for inviting the Sig Slayers and stuff. We're going to be showing our coverage of the event too soon this week. But yeah, the stats, man, it was crazy. The one thing that we were tasked to do was to show all the things you can do at OAX that has nothing to do with art. So why not bring the Sig Slayers, right? So I'm coming there. That's like, you bringing the greedy dude at the all you eat hot wings. That was me. Don't do me that. Don't do me like that. But anyway, so I was tasked to be like, okay, well, I got to tell the Stash fam what it's like to go to OAX from our lens, right? Because we know the art tastes are going to be there, but how the competition is, Chalk. At these cons, man. Listen. These lines. And you got, I'm about to sound real bougie right now. You got Lake Como type people.
I know what you're talking about. Listen.
You know what I mean?
I got a line to Delato. I'm with you.
You feel me? So it's like, all right, but I'm looking at the numbers. It's at a hotel in a little ballroom. I'm like, man, that's barbecue chicken right there.
Oh, you put everybody
all day, every day. That's all day, every day. So I'm telling everybody, I'm like, okay, I should at least be able to crack 506, right? I'm like, I should be able to crack 506 because no one there is going to be competing with me. Now, but here's the catch with art chasers, right? They be wanting their little remarks. So you still got to get there early.
Why got to be little remarks?
They do.
Because, man, I got 5-6. I gotta wait 15 minutes for you to get your little remark. Let me get my 5-6, man. Let me get my 5-6, right? So anyway, the stats. I didn't crack 500. I got 487 though.
You cracked 500. Stop it.
I got 487. I mean the domino game is 500, right?
Thank you.
But I got 487. What else? And then I did get some art. I got something. I'm going to be in Kansas City in a few weeks, so I got Dan Jurgens to hook me up with a Doomsday that I'm going to pick up there. So that's the other thing too, man. Like you can't compete with these dudes trying to get sketches right then and there. But if you know you're going to see these cats later, you know, you put in your bid early and you get it, you know, you get it at the next.
So let me ask you a question now. Stay with me. So stay with me, Mike, because you understand what I'm getting at. The layout of the room, is it a U shape? Is it a 8? Or is it like pockets? Or is it 2 separate rooms? And you know why that's important.
It's actually a circle, which makes it easier.
Yeah.
It's a circle, and then it has booths in the middle, and then you can just cut across, and so you can go in any direction like a grid.
Let me ask you one more. Okay, we cut from the same cloth. How long did you do your pre-walk before you actually started moving?
Oh, you know, all right, man. This is what's crazy, bro. I knew.
We're giving away some gems right now. Phil, this is what he does. Original art, he does this at the highest level. But when it comes to signatures, boys and girls, I have met a partner in crime. When we talk about pre-walk, before you even pull out the book, you got to walk and you got to case. It's like you're about to rob a building. You got to know where everybody's sitting. You got to say, oh, this person's sitting next to this. Bet. I'm going to run to Mike. Go ahead. Go.
And I'm checking what's in their hands, too. What's in your hands, bro? Are you competition? Are you ops? Are you a friend or a foe? Right? So I'm checking your hands. If you got a stack, I'm looking at you like, if you got hard, okay. You know what I mean? But the layout, Chalk, this is what's wild about this. Because it was in a hotel, we went to the Waffle House across the street. On the way to the Waffle House outside of the hotel, I knew what was popping. I was like, oh, is this only one floor? That's it. It's over. I was like, by noon Saturday, I should be done.
Fact. The worst thing they can do
What
is
Waffle
put
you
you
talking
in
about?
the same.
Waffle House?
Hold on, listen. The worst thing they can do is put you in the same hotel as the artist. Perfect example. Last year, MegaCon, I'm there. Obviously, Delotto, Bulletproof Comics, we 1, 2, 3. I'm there making connections. I get to my hotel. I see Matthias Mahini. I see Alan Qua. And they're like, oh, Chuck, what up? I'm like, wait, what y'all doing here? Oh, we stay in the hotel. My brain goes, ding. I see you in 10 minutes. Bet. What? Oh, it's game. Listen, when I walk into a con, barbecue chicken immediately. Everybody, how you get that? Listen. And then, Mike, you and I probably the same thing. Because we don't only, I'm not going to give away nothing, but it's not just the artist that we talking to. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to give everything away. I'm not going to give everything for free. The game is to be sold, not told.
Not told. I love this storm, man. I'm glad you took me to this storm, Phil. That storm was fantastic.
This is before OAX actually got started. This is
they let you get in the floor, Paul, before?
Yeah, we're important.
I had a press.
Don't play. We're important. We're not.
Oh nah, because you don't give someone like me and Mike access like that. What we get to case the joint before this?
So you see those right there? Those on the wall are the originals, and they have prints for people. But those are the originals on the wall.
Is that a limited run of the prints, which now I can't find, of course.
Hey, Caswell, we are crazy, man. We are crazy.
Kaz and these big guys think we create. Kaz, listen.
They had a limited run of the prints. He was only selling 25 of the prints.
Come to New York Comic Con, Kaz. Come to Terrificon. I got you. MegaCon, I'm down there. Listen.
Hey, Chalk, you gonna be at MegaCon?
Oh, you know it. I'm not playing games.
Oh, we gotta link up, man. I'll be back to you.
Hey, Mike, you gonna be a hero? You going to Heroes Con?
Yes, sir.
I'll see you there, player.
Oh, we don't have to make this happen, Captain. Okay,
hey, Mike,
listen.
I'll be in Baltimore too.
I'll be there too. And listen, so we're gonna have collections in black during Heroes Con at the one joint at the one gallery. So we gotta talk, man. I may want to have you set up something there.
Shout out to our boy.
Word, man. That'll be my first time ever there, man. Let's do it.
Well, we go. So hey,
no, we gonna. Oh, this. I don't think they understand. They let the black comic lords in the room. Oh, it's a problem now.
So this right here, this isn't even the main comic. This is where. So this section right here, you have Matt Tatello's people. He got Asar.
This is my favorite part.
Mayo, Bianchi, and all of them, man. I mean, that was just he got like the triple threat of artists, man. It's almost unfair. The artists
they had cats painting for hours, and you wanted to see not just drawing. You wanted to see cats paint.
That issue just came out this past Wednesday.
Yeah, so I'm looking at that. I'm like, wait a minute.
That's Amazing Spider-Man 22.
That's beautiful.
Nah, this is the, and then Paul sent me a message. So like I said, Delato, Bulletproof, they go hand in hand. And he's like, Chuck, look at this painting, $8,000. And I'm like, $8,000?
That ain't nothing. Wait a minute. So, hey, Paul, were you there when who was I with? No, it was so me and Shane. So we're at the one booth, and the one guy. So in the other room is where all the most of the original pages and stuff in.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, those are like all the different paintings and stuff. You know what?
Is that a painting or is that original? It don't even matter.
That's original paint. Those are original paintings right there. So this section is Paul. What is this? This is just footage from your phone when you was walking through on Saturday morning or something.
This is when I was walking through when they were setting up.
Man, I got dope. I ain't put my footage up yet. But you got footage from the other room, sir?
Well, by the way, that camera, man, I love that camera, bro.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, that camera.
Yeah, man, I went crazy, but I'll wait till later. So let me say this real quick, Paul. Yeah. I think it's time for us to show some of the goodies that we got and talk about.
Listen, let's get it popping.
And Paul, talk about your sketch. We got to talk about the power of the sketch. Talk about the power of the sketchbook.
Oh, whoa!
All right, now that sketchbook got some aura. That's the fact. That sketchbook got some aura.
My sketchbook.
Talk about the history of your sketchbook, man. And we're going to mine too.
I know people are probably tired of hearing the story, but
no, never tired of it.
No one's tired of hearing about it.
OAX sketchbook. I've had this since the first OAX, and the first art I had gotten done was this Ken Lashley piece. Lashley drew that. In the same year, they had Brian Stelf. So after I got that done, I go to Brian
Steel Freeze.
He does the storm. And
that's one of my favorites.
In like 12 strokes. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. He literally did that in less than 5 minutes. That's how brilliant an artist this dude is. Every artist who has touched this book has paused at Brian Stelfreeze's work in amazement.
And then
understand how he did
12 strokes. That's crazy.
So the next year, I mean, after I showed that to after Stelfreeze did that, I show it to Lashley. Lashley's like, Stelfreeze did that? Damn him. He's always trying to outdo me. Very upset. So the next year, they have Dennis Cowan. I show the two pieces to Dennis Cowan. Dennis Cowan's like, wait, Stelfreeze did that? I was like, yeah. He takes the book, closes it, walks over to Stelfreeze, and he's like, you did this? How am I supposed to cover? How am I supposed to follow that? Stelfreeze is like,
what you want me to do?
What do you want me to do? That's what I do. So Dennis Cowan did this piece right here.
I mean, he dropped the queen. He had to drop the king.
Black Panther. So after I got those three, I went over to Sanford Green. Sanford's like, I'm not even trying to compete with these dudes, so I'll just do something different. He did the storm. And I got to see how he does his famous, splatter image. And that's the cool thing about watching these artists work. You get to see the techniques they employ that you don't necessarily know. I just always assume he digitally put that stuff in there. His version of his own Kirby Crackle.
Kirby Crackle, he loves to call it. Yep.
That anyone who's seen Sanford Green, you've seen that. He actually just takes he dips a toothbrush in paint, and then he uses his finger, and that's how he does the splatter image.
Yep.
It's incredible. So after I got that done, the next year I got Jermaine Peralta, brilliant artist.
That's my guy.
Probably the second best piece in this book, honestly, is this one right here.
Yeah, that's up there. That's up there. That's fire.
That's crazy. And he says he was inspired by Brian Stelfreeze to do that. He took his time.
Oh, wow.
So I showed all these. Here we are. We're year 3, right? I show all these, and I said, and I go up to John Romita Jr. because he obviously did that run with Reggie Hudlin. And I'm showing him all this art, and he's amazed. He's amazed. He's like, he literally was like hesitant, like, I don't know what I can do. So he went ahead, but he did something. Shout out to John Romita Jr. He did this.
Man, dope, man.
Tough.
Shout out.
Tough, still tough.
And then I show all this
Wait, there's
over
more?
to Joshua Cassara. Now, Joshua Cassara,
Woo! He went crazy.
this is an artist who worked with Rodney Barnes on the Falcon Run. Rodney Barnes'
Okay,
first
okay,
comic,
okay,
his
yeah,
artist
yeah,
was,
okay.
was Joshua Cassara. He's also known for doing one of the best Black Panther covers that's ever been done, which is this one right here.
Which is also part of what, Paul? Talk about that, sir.
Which is also part of the volume 2 to this book, which is...
But it's also part of the mural that we have in Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's right. That's
Oh, I
right.
didn't think
That's
about
also
that.
part of the mural Phil had up in Pittsburgh. This is the same image that's in the part 2 of the same book I have. He was a little upset. He never got a copy of this book. He's never seen this book in real life. This is very limited print run on this book. So I had pre-ordered it, so I had it. So I told him I'd bring it so he could see what it looks like. The first thing he noticed,
you should have gave it to him.
Yeah, I thought you gave it to him.
The bottom did not have his signature. He says the signature was supposed to be here, but they cut it off. So he doesn't even get credit for it. His name isn't even in the inside the book as the credited artist on the cover. So I said, go ahead and sign that. So he signed it for me.
Nice.
Did you give him a copy?
Absolutely not.
It's the only copy I have. There's not that many copies of this book printed.
God dang.
So he went ahead and did a piece of his own. Now, he did this same image. Let me show you the image.
Damn, that shit is lit up. Damn.
Oh nah, that is whoa.
I don't know if you can see. That's actually with gold paint.
Nah, I don't know about number 2. I think that one.
Let me explain something. The day before OAX, he posted on Twitter this same image, this exact same image that he had on like an 11x7, cardboard. And I had messaged him. He says, I'm on my way to OAX. I said, I'll see you there. He says, yeah, come pull up. This image in this book is the same image he posted on Twitter that he was selling for $4,000.
I got it $4 right now.
$4.
$4.
He did the same image by hand in my book. Last but not least,
5, you keep the change.
One of the most famous scenes ever, feats T'Challa has ever done in Black Panther comics was in Secret Wars, in which he held the Infinity Gauntlet for the first time to help to recreate the 616 universe. That artist was Assad Ribic. And he did this.
I was with you when you ordered this. Yeah.
I'm sitting there looking at that. I'm like, did you just get a glove? What the hell?
That's good, dude.
I didn't put. I'm like, did you just get a glove? What did Paul get?
Hey, when did you get that back? When did you get that back?
The next day.
Oh, that came out clean.
Nah, but the
home with them back to the hotel.
The problem of that, the thing that's so fire about that, you see the glove, but then you like, oh, okay, then you go, oh nah, he killed that. That's fire. He killed that.
He was killing it all weekend, man.
And I'm like, why did Paul just get a glove? I mean, the Infinity Gauntlet.
They have the other cool thing. One of the comments that people make is, I can't afford to go OAX. It's too expensive. I can't afford that art.
Facts.
They have a free sketch hour.
Don't tell me that.
You can go to any artist and get free sketches. So I went to a brilliant.
Get in line early, man. You got to box out like Charles White.
You got to get there early. You got to be efficient with your time. Shout out to Phil Hester, who did this great piece.
Yeah, you went to Phil Hester. Yeah.
Hey, Hester's a monster, yo.
Yeah, dude.
Phil got a Black Panther by him too, but I said I want one that's better. So he did this for me.
You know how many blanks I would have to go down there with? How many blanks and just like leave one for you, leave one for you?
I also got a piece from a brother who's actually here locally, Michael Acevedo. Shout out to Michael Acevedo.
Oh yeah.
He just asked. We were just talking, and he's like, "What's your favorite character?" I said, "Black Panther." He said, "All right, give me a second." And then
Here's
he went
mine
ahead
right there.
I
was kicking it with him for
one of my favorite ones was this piece by Jamie Johnson, who's a phenomenal art. Let me see if we can get a better angle on this.
There we go.
Phenomenal
no.
art.
Oh, there it goes. That's nice.
He's big into doing retro sci-fi pulp comic type art. And I said,
I'm not gonna lie to you. At first glance, I go, was Peach from Moko there? Who did that? That's fire.
This dude, and understand this is a free sketch hour, so he only had like 5 minutes to do this.
I
got the illest Jamie piece though on the planet.
Last one. Phil,
what you got? I'm about to go down there and do a whatnot down there.
He wants to. That's fine.
I'm not sure.
There was an artist by the name of Nate Powell. Now we mentioned the Kirby Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Powell was one of the Kirby Award winners.
Yes, sir.
He was the artist on the series March that was, I guess, co-written by or inspired by former Congressman John Lewis.
Yes, sir.
About the civil rights movement. He got a Kirby Award for that. So I had him do a piece because he had a picture of Sync and Talon from the Marvel Comics. And there's a scene from this really great storyline where Sync lives for like 600 years with Talon in this other world. And he emulates her powers during that time. And when he leaves that world, he's fighting and he's using Talon's power set as Wolverine. And he kills this dude and he goes, I've been Wolverine longer than anyone else. So I asked him to recreate that, and that's what he did here. Just one of these 5-minute sketches. So shout out to Nate Powell, Kirby Award winner. Congratulations.
Wait a minute. Check this out.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, he hooked up this.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
Yeah, he hooked up this Batman for me.
Artist of this right here.
And two, let me say this too. I need for y'all to understand too.
But that Batman is tough too.
It's not just. Hey, look, I keep grabbing my Dahmers because I broke these Johns. I got the new ones coming. But let me say this. Let's also remember that the free sketch cards, a lot and all this other type of stuff. But there was pieces that went for a crazy amount of money. Like Cavs, even you looked on there. There was one cover that went for like $300,000 at OAX. So you're going to spend some bread. If you go into go further up in the chat, you'll see that he said it. I did get a couple of sketch cards. I usually don't do the sketches. So he said that his Black Panther by Phil Hester was better than mine. It's crazy.
Oh, you got a Black Panther too?
Yeah, mine's is
you went back, man. You double dipping some of them.
I'm not going
It said double dipping.
I was with him. He got mine first.
I got mine first.
I know. I didn't know you went back. Damn.
You did not bet. Hey, listen.
You want me to go in here? I gotta do one better than that one.
You don't want me to go in here?
God damn. Let me go next. God damn.
You go ahead, go next. Go ahead.
He said, let me go next.
God, man, you the trigger me right here, man.
Hey, Mike, go crazy. Go, I'll go last. Go, Mike. Go ahead.
This mine to be quick, man. I don't got no art. I did get a feel that has the green arrow, but
I got no art, and I'm looking at the wall behind you.
I mean, from OAX, you know what I mean? So let me just show y'all this real quick, man. I just want to show y'all SIGs because that's what I was tasked to do. So I got a bunch of SIGs, most of that stuff and whatnot. This is the stuff from my PC that I want to show you guys how I get down real quick. And so yeah, man, Simone DeMeo was there. I mean Simone Bianchi. This is Simone Bianchi right here. Oh, and then people don't really see Paul Dini from Batman the Animated Series. So this is Paul Dini, Don Kramer, the interior artist, and then Simone Bianchi, the cover artist on that. And then I got the first appearance of Damian Wayne. This is a real hot comic right here, especially when that new Batman movie comes out, the James Gunn. When Damian Wayne's in the movie, this is the first appearance, signed by Adam Kubert. And then boom, you got the Deadpool Batman, Adam Kubert, and then I got Steve McNiven did a little bat doodle on there, and the Grady General Allison Clare. This is Fire and Desire right here. I got that acrylic on here, but this is Batman 400, and this is signed by Gang of Heads. You got George Perez, rest in peace. Bill
Nice.
Sienkiewicz.
Sienkiewicz cover.
Sienkiewicz did the little bat doodle on there. You got Arthur Adams, Mike Grill, Rick Leonardi, Steve Lealoa, and then Steve Rude, who I never met before until OAX. He signed this for free, so that was a free sig.
Hold on. Respectfully, I had to take that call. Why are you not CGCing that?
Oh, hold on. I got something for you. Here we go. I'm about to do a little panel mod for you. Guys want to do a panel mod? Here it is. All right, here we go. Finish this sentence for me. CGCDs.
Never. I'm a CGC. I'm a CGC officiant. Never. Negative. Matter of fact,
a hobo.
I can never co-sign that. As a matter of fact. No.
All right, okay. No, so now I'm about to trigger you, Chalk. So this is not even the big one. Amanda Connor signed this. She signed this. This got like 30 sigs on it, dog.
Nigga, why is that not CGC?
Because you know how much it would cost? I'll put it this way, Chalk. I already debunked that theory. It would be impossible to get the CGC. You know why? Where's the witness going to be when I'm in Hollywood at a bar when I'm running into Kevin Smith?
How many people on that book are dead? Respectfully.
How many people that are dead? Neil Adams.
That's it?
Yeah, everybody else is alive.
You got me now. Hit me up on the DMs. We talk. Nigga.
And then, okay.
You got me now. We talk. This is what I do.
And then, so that's all I want to show.
No. Keep going. You got me fully activated. No.
Oh, okay. Can I show y'all my black books real quick? Because this is my debut. Sig Slayers debut.
Black comic lords. Let's get it popping.
All right, so here we go. I got to show this. I'm a big Batman fan.
Kev P, you know the vibes. Kev P. Q Rock, you know the vibes.
This is the first issue of Batman ever drawn by a black artist right here. Trevor Von E.
Who's the black artist?
Oh, wow. Trevor Von E. Trevor Von E, out of Guyana, right?
Oh, my Caribbean brethren.
So here we go. And we got Jerry Conway. His final signing ever was on Valentine's Day. So Jerry Conway sigs are dry, dead, done.
What issue number is that?
This is I'm about to show you guys. This is Batman 341. Now I'm about to blow your head again. Here we go. So we got 341. This is the interiors by Trevor Von Eden, but this is the first cover drawn by a black artist. 342. This is Dennis Cowan, the very next issue. Now, what's cool about this is it has the cover drawn by a black artist and has a black interior. So you have Trevor Von Eden in the interiors, and then you have Dennis Cowan on the cover right here. You got that news scan popping. Now here we go. Now this issue of Batman is completely drawn. This is the one that's completely drawn and a cover by a black artist. This is Trevor Von Eden. All right. Now here we go. Now we get into some modern stuff. This issue has the first black Batman in it. All right. It's not Jace Fox. It's not Jace Fox. No, it is the Bat Devil from Batman 672. It's from Grant Morrison. The new Azrael Michael Lane. He wore a bat costume first. He was brainwashed as Batman. He killed Batman. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. He killed Batman for 4 minutes. Hold on. He shot up he shot up Gotham City in this issue, right? Killed Batman in this issue and resuscitated him and chased him. He was a black Batman for over 20 issues because it started in Grant Morrison's run. So it wasn't like it was just one issue. He was a black Batman in Batman R.I.P. So when Batman died at the end, and I have the artwork up here to show you. I mean, look at it right there.
That's now we talking.
And here it is right here.
Now we talking.
Boom. And then you see that? That has him here, Batman in captivity. You see what I'm saying? That's a black guy, and then I actually have him unmasked. He's a black cop. I have the actual original art.
Now Phil's activated.
All right, I'm done. So that's the first black Batman. It's Michael Lane.
That's not the first Black Batman.
Tell me who it is.
Let's see if I can find it.
Is it before that?
Yeah, there's one before that.
When?
Oh man, listen. This is what happens here at the BCL.
Wait a minute.
That's what I want to know. That's why I came here.
You done got learned. Listen, everybody gets learned. Yep, and I'm gonna be like Cam Newton. Learned. This man spelled eclectica. I don't care.
Let's. So are you? First of all, Mike is one of the kings of he's on the Mount Rushmore of the signature Slayers because he's out here killing the game.
Now the Sig Slayers, they ain't no joke. That's a fact.
So I'm gonna go into what I got this weekend. I'm going to some of it. I'll give y'all a little.
Listen, let's go. This is what they came to see.
So first and foremost,
they came here to see you and I crash out, and they came here to see art.
I didn't have a book. I never bring a book with me. I got high res scans I can send you, but I'd rather show you from the book. So I got a couple things, and I didn't, just a little something. I'm gonna go through these real quick. So
you found it, Paul?
Huh? Listen, they out here researching. While they researching, Phil, please flex.
I thought y'all had this already done.
Black glove alert, boys and girls.
There we go.
He about to show you something crazy.
Everything.
What did you get, man?
Got a couple things.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're scum. We suck.
Sketchbook itself is crazy. I wish I had a bigger joint, but
Everyday Adams.
I got one piece I really want to show, but I know we can't because it got some nudity in it. So let's we'll start off light.
It's real when Phil puts on the isotoners.
Hey, Paul. Is Paul still here?
Paul's here. He researching right now. Talk to the crowd. Talk to Oracle. Talk to
the
me.
brother who did the book about the march. I'm gonna go through the sketchbook. I'm gonna show you some sketchbook pieces.
Oh, this is all OAX. This is all OAX.
All OAX.
Who did that?
Listen, it's different when I ask for a sketch because when I go in there, this is a $200 sketch for me. Not for y'all, not for me. I'm important, but we're gonna move on.
Wow,
Jesus Christ,
and humble too.
You don't need something to
so
sign.
Phil Hester is a beast, and Phil Hester was doing free doodles because he said, "I'm just gonna do some doodles." I'm like, what? His doodles are better than most people's. You do like the bust or just the face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody else's. This is a storm doodle he did for me.
Dude, that shit is so clean.
Yeah.
That's clean.
Tight. That's tight work.
That's clean.
Oh man, I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting. I thought
I'm
you
not
had
gonna lie
this.
to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, Paul. I mean, Phil. My brain. I'm so upset at you right now because I'm like, and Mike, you gonna understand it. I'm like, you did this and you didn't put on a comic book blank. What the hell?
I don't do comic blanks. I don't do that.
Interesting.
That's not. It's not for me.
Touche.
Jamie hooked me up, my man Jamie.
Jesus Christ, who did this?
Jamie Jones. We're not finished. Now,
this is what we came to see.
Now, I'm about to go big boy with y'all.
This is what we came to see.
I'm about to go big boy with y'all. You ever heard this artist named Jim Mafood? Just
Yes. A no name. Yeah, we know you're talking about.
So I said to Mafood, I said, man, these other cats have done this in the book, man. I need, I may need a Mafood joint. Because Mafood was actually here in Pittsburgh with Casbra, but I was in somewhere. That may have been when I was in Charlotte last. I was somewhere. So I missed them. They was here for the Eddie P con. And then I kicked it with Casbra the very next day. And I said, Mafood, man, I need something in my book, man. I need you to stunt on these dudes. I want people to come behind you saying, I got to come with it. He was like, man, I saw the he said, yo, I saw the series. Man, he said, I'm about to bless you with something crazy. He said, give me your book, come back.
Oh, wow.
So he blessed me with this storm piece.
Bro, man, when did all this happen? You was doing a lot of sleight of hand.
Now there's a brother from the crib named Jared. I didn't even know he lived near us. He lived like 20 minutes from me. Now I'm gonna show you this dude's artwork first. So this dude does all paint. He had the pages to this book right here, right? He had the pages to this book, and if you look, let me see if I get some of the pages. There's a black main character, black secondary. So
yeah, he was selling his original art pages.
He was actually selling the original painting pages for guess how much? $200. Make no damn sense. I got one, but let me show you this though. I said, man, I need you to do me some superhero stuff. Can you do me a Storm? He said, I don't really do superhero stuff, but let me see what I could do.
Woo, my God.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's the one. That's the one so far. Yeah.
Is it? Are you sure?
He's like, you sure?
Because we were leaving. Let's see. He said, you know what? I said, man. I said, what? He said, I ain't doing nothing else. Let me go and knock this Black Panther out for you too.
Oh, jeez.
All right, man.
Don't play with me when it comes.
All right, man. Wait.
Them is just sketches. Now we go to the real stuff. Did y'all want to play games?
He was over there getting groceries, man.
Nah, that last one. Ooh.
That color storm. Woo.
Yeah, that color storm. Listen. With me, I can't hide my expression. So some of them I was just like, oh, okay. That's the one I saw.
Yeah. Who did that?
Yeah. That's the one I saw in the video. I was like, what that? Ooh. Y'all were down here. Y'all down there eating. Y'all down there eating.
We not done.
That's the one I saw.
Who we giving awards for this year? We gave out a couple awards.
Hey man, I ain't seen none. You ain't show brother none of these at the show, man. Damn.
Now he playing with my emotions. Like his name.
Dennis Cowan Star Wars page.
What? You got some pencils?
I will cherish this experience for the rest of my life. The rest of my life.
Now Phil is straight up
clowning.
Phil is officially stunting on me right now. This is personal.
Now he's starting?
You jumping off the top rope, bro.
Nah.
Hey, remember we got the painted art? The Jared tried to get it paid, and he had one with a little kid in there. You know how to say the grandbaby, tried to get the grandbaby painted page.
Now that's fly.
That's cool. That's cute. That's nice. And I don't mean cute to diminish it. I mean,
no.
Colorful, warm. That's cool. That's cute. That's dope.
This is all watercolor.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the colors, the style, it's clean.
Crazy.
Don't take my cues for diminishing. No, not at all.
I'm just getting started. So I don't know if y'all are familiar with a brother by the name Maury Turner. He did the Wee Pals.
I'm not.
Back in the day.
I'm not familiar with
Wee Pals Maury Turner was cool with none other than Charles Schultz. And so Wee Pals was a black strip similar to Peanuts. Which was an incredible.
Oh, wait.
Let's not even talk. Let's give you a Maury Turner Wee Pal strip.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I know, Phil. You and I were talking about this the other day. We were talking about Boondocks and the newspaper panels.
Mm-hmm. Is
this Curtis? Is this Curtis?
No, this is Maury Turner from Wee Pals. I need you to pay attention, man. I need you to keep following. I gave you information.
Hold on. No.
Paul, the suspense is killing me. You got it. Did you find it?
Did I find? Oh, the Black Panther.
Oh, I ain't find. Wait.
Where's he at? And what?
So listen. Hey, Mike.
Is he still talking?
I'm not finished, sir. I wasn't done.
Lord.
Y'all get to that signature.
We got people in the wings waiting, man. Hurry up.
Hurry. You ain't got shit to show no more. Don't
wait a minute. That's hard. If I think that's what if I see. Is that what I think it is? Put that back up.
So listen, Maury Turner also did
Duke Ellington
black joints also.
Duke Ellington, that's what that was. I knew it.
That's okay. Look at that.
That's hard.
Johnson.
All right, man.
You know,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no games being played over here. I do this for real.
Man, you won the stash war today, bro. God.
Look, wait a minute, boys and girls. Hold on.
This is a Black Comic Lords exclusive.
Boys and girls, children of all ages,
has been thrown down.
My guy, Sanford
You're
Green,
getting called out, Phil. You're getting called out, Phil.
Hold on,
called out, Phil.
We were just talking about the Kirby.
Hey, Sam, let's go. Hey, listen.
We were just talking about the Kirby Cracker, boys and girls.
Wait. I'm not finished. I'm not finished. I'm not done. I'm not finished. I didn't. I still got more in the bank.
What you got?
I talked to Sanford earlier today. I'm gonna let Sanford. Me and Sanford, we're gonna battle. I'm gonna battle you in Charlotte when I see you in June.
Listen,
how about that?
Wait
a minute. I'm not done. I got more. I wasn't finished. I was just warming up.
Hurry up, man. Jeez.
See, that's what haters do, man. Hey, the hate is real right now. The hate is real.
Listen.
People, that's what haters do. That's what haters do. Look at that Jamie joint. Oh, wait. Look at that. He said, hurry up. And so this is all OAX 26. I'm not done. I want to show you this one, but it's got nudity on it. I can't show you. That's too fresh. I'll say that later.
Paul, can
I show one more? You sure? You got something else you got to show?
We got one more, man. We got people waiting. Come on, hurry up.
That doesn't mean you ain't got shit left to show, cuz. Let me keep going.
That's the Black Comic Lords After Dark.
Woo!
Oh, wait. Hold on.
That? You got some great land?
We gotta put you by yourself for this one. What the hell? We gotta put you by yourself for that.
Phil. All right, man. I got more, but I'm gonna stop because Paul's feeling his feelings. I'll do part 2 next week.
Paul is in his feelings. Okay.
Damn.
I mean, hold on. We gotta put Paul. How you feeling now?
So, Mike.
Thank you. I was waiting on this. Who that? Hold on.
Wait, try to get this.
What kind of? Why are you
Wonder Woman
97?
Okay. Well, you said that's Wonder Woman. What? I couldn't see it.
297.
What
the
year?
First appearance of crap. Can't see the screen. There we go. Blackwing.
That's not Batman. Get out of here. That's not
Batman, man. It's Batwing.
No, I'm saying Batman, not Black. You're giving me Big Nick. Big Nick energy.
Hey, Chocolate. It's his world's Batman.
Chocolate. Put me back on the screen by myself real quick. Put me on the screen by myself.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm heartbroken.
Let
me say this. I do love that though, but that's not Batman. Hey, Mike, I'm gonna save you real quick. Hey, Paul, don't ever
interrupt. It's a BCO After Dark. Stay tuned.
Paul, don't ever interrupt when a teacher is speaking.
Oh, get out.
Hold on.
And Mike, you are 100% correct. 100% correct.
Shots fired.
So that's all we're gonna say. Don't ever interrupt me, man, because you done ran out. That's like just because you couldn't go the whole 15 rounds, brother, don't mean I got you threw in the towel. I was still fighting. Shit. The hell? Let's go back on.
First and foremost, once again, this is the BCR. I am your co-host, the one and only Sexual Chocolate. Once again, we are here with our fearless leader, Paul, DJ, Big Phil from Collections of Black, the Oracle, and then, of course, your boy, the one and only Mike, the Sig Slayers. You can only get this content where? Here on the Black Comic Lord. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and, of course, Twitter or X.
If you're watching us on YouTube, there's a button called the hype button.
Let's go.
Hype. It doesn't cost you anything. Just hit the button. It's a button called the hype button. Click on that. It hypes the, I don't know how it works, but somehow.
Listen, boys and girls. I'm telling you right now. Stay tuned. Pay attention to your emails because we know how much you guys like to flex. Stay tuned.
Let me say this too. Shout out to Otis because Otis got some killer, and Sanford. You know I'm just messing with you, dog. Because Sanford, you could draw up some stuff and then kill everybody's collection. So we haven't gonna play them games.
No, Sanford's a cheat code. That's not fair. Sanford's a cheat code.
Also, I want to give Sanford some love, man, because we talked today about some stuff I got coming up, man. He's gonna bless me with something. So, man,
Sanford's the big homie, man. We always appreciate you. So.
Well, first off, I mean, if we're gonna talk about Sanford, and this was not planned, this was not scheduled. Let's not pretend. Listen, I reached out to Sanford. I said, Sanford, this is me, Chocolate, coming to you. You know, we built a rapport. Sanford's my guy. I said, not only do I need you to send me some stuff, I need you to send me some stuff for the BCL. And this man said, Chalk, no problem. Even listen, he took care of us. Didn't want no reciprocity. I said, how much? He said, listen, do what you do, make it happen. So listen, Sanford always got a special place in the BCL, always got a special place with the Chalk. Now, I mean, rocking and rolling at the Mass Appeal events, New York Comic Con. Listen, always tied to the hip. We're going to rock and roll, baby. Paul, however, I do see you trying to re-up over there. What you got? I ain't sick. What you got over there?
He ain't got nothing. He not re-upping.
We've been here.
Listen.
Uh-oh.
The show
Don't
is yours.
show print.
What you got?
Don't show print and embarrass yourself. Don't show print.
No, it's not a print. Unfortunately, I don't have the black gloves with me.
But what you got?
So, as I told you, I showed you my Joshua Cassara piece, right? Joshua Cassara basically did a mini version of a larger picture that sells for like $4,000.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua Cassara was the artist on Rodney Barnes' first comic book, Falcon, for Marvel Comics.
Mm-hmm.
In that comic book, Rodney tried to throw in everything but the kitchen sink in terms of black characters. In this one scene, Falcon is imprisoned with Ray. His name is Ray Lucas, the Patriot, the second Patriot. They're in prison, and who breaks them out? But Brother Voodoo. So you have this scene here. You have 3 black superheroes in jail.
Pull it up some.
3 black superheroes in jail.
Hold it up. There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Brother Voodoo works his magic and frees them, allowing the 2 black superheroes to become superheroes again. You got one page that, without a single panel of dialogue, tells the entire story. This is what we call storytelling. If you can have a one-of-one, a piece of original art, a panel, a page from an original comic book, and it tells an entire story with no dialogue, for me, that's very meaningful. So
Super dope page. I love that, man.
You got
Message.
You got the concept of the rule of 3 from Dwayne McDuffie. 3 black superheroes, rule of 3, Marvel superheroes. They're imprisoned and they're released by one of their own to become superheroes again.
I love it. So you know, perfect segue, Dwayne McDuffie. We are not going to end the show and not talk about Milestone and all the positivity out there. But
I
Oracle,
have one more piece to show, and we're going to jump on.
I'm so okay. All right. Cutting for the lady. Go ahead. What you got?
All right. So, there's one book that I've always ridiculed in this space. Marauders 13.
Okay.
For those who know, you know. In that storyline, Storm goes to Wakanda and steals Wakanda's Stormbreaker sword. I didn't particularly like that storyline, to be honest with you. I had a big debate with Vita Ayala about it. But the fact remains, she took the sword so that she could battle in the X of Swords storyline in the mutant books. And she battled the god of death, I think it was Anubis. Battled the god of death and beat him. Storm didn't use lightning bolts. She didn't use weather, just hands. Storm has hands. One of the things that was established, Storm always has blades on her. She is a master with a blade. So I have the storyline here where Storm is, you can make me big, Chocolate. Storm is fighting death. Storm shatters Death's sword with the sword from Wakanda, defeating him. And in defeat, he reveals himself to her. Death reveals himself to Storm and shows his true face. Now, the cool thing about this last panel, you'll not see that in the comic book. The editors of Marvel said it was too graphic because his artwork was so dope in the detail of the grotesqueness of death. So they actually made him put a patch over this image. And so this is the original image that's never been seen before.
Always ruining Ish, man.
So Joshua Cassar said he's actually going to get my information and he's going to send me the missing patch.
That's fine, man.
That's a dope. Thing. If I was Joshua Cassar, I wouldn't send you nothing since you didn't give him that book. But that's wild for you. You should have gave for real. You should have gave him that book, dog. I'm still that blows my mind. You think I'm like, yo, you should have gave him that book, and he would have. Lord have mercy.
Well, you know what? The next time Joshua comes on Oracle and Friends show, maybe Paul will get a chance to rectify that. Oh, I don't know if y'all know. Yeah, the Oracle and Friends show. Stay tuned. Make sure you bookmark. Check it out on the BCL channels. Oracle, I know you're there. What you got?
I don't have anything to show.
What?
I don't think I got anything.
You ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting Nathan. Not a book. Not a sketch. Not a Sig.
She did.
Well, I got stuff. I got Davis Finch's signature on his book.
Stop, Oracle.
Oh. Well, that's one of the.
What the heck is that?
That was from. All right, so Kevin is my spouse, and in 2001, that was his first inspirational painting. So that's acrylic airbrush, inspired by Julie Bell, which he got to meet at OAX.
Time out. You sitting on this in your living room and you talking about you ain't get nothing and you out here showing telling?
Well, why would I? That's from our stuff in the house. He brought that to show Paul and Phil and Kazra. And Kazra didn't get a chance to see it though. Maybe next year.
She said he was inspired by Julie Bell with this piece, who he got to sign in the corner.
Oh, look at this. And then
there's a Sig right there.
He said, great job, Kevin, and signed his work.
And they were already good acquaintances from years ago. She, would coach him from years ago. He's been an airbrush artist for more than a little over 30 years now. So he's worked on record labels, TV shows with the what do you call it? When they pimped their ride, but there was another show that did the same thing, and he did the Playboy car, the airbrush for that car. But that was one of his inspired works.
West Coast Customs.
No.
It's either Pimp My Ride or West Coast Customs.
I don't know, but it was one of the shows he did the car for.
Exactly. Wait. I mean, Eclectic Blurred Nerds. I just said Eclectic Bird. I'm sorry. Your husband paints?
Yeah.
You said so? Yeah. You should know.
Well, I mean, yeah. So, like the Henry Cavill painting that during the BCL con, that was his. That was behind me.
Now, before we move on, earlier backstage when you guys were talking smack, I saw all three of y'all. All three of y'all with some goodies and some freebies from the
there's so much.
What y'all got?
This by the way is the Delato that sold for $7,000.
I got a problem with this painting so much.
That's so dope.
When I need for context,
$7,000.
That's I got a problem with that. So for context with me, I hail from Bulletproof Comics. Bulletproof Comics is Gabriel Delato's only art dealer in the United States.
Apparently not, because it's sold for $7,000.
Well, touche. Only art dealer in the United States, right? So outside of OAX, if you want to get an original Delato tomorrow, you got to bring your ass to Brooklyn, and Hank has these shits in the gallery. Now, the reason I say I got a problem with that is because as a Bulletproof Brigade member and someone that's in the inner workings, I get to literally see the top of the line Delatos on the wall for fun, and I'm like, that one for $8,000. Respectfully, that's not even his best work. I've seen it. That ain't
$7,000.
That's dope, but that's not the best. I've seen. Woo! Hold on. Casper says that Iron Man was the. Hold on. Was that not a Delato?
Yes. Whoever was asking, Darius was asking about the painting behind me. It's not. It's a serigraph. Serigraph is when the machine is it's paint. It's a paint print, but the artist oversees it and it's limited. So yeah, these are very expensive.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Paul, I'm saying Paul. Phil's sitting there going womp 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 womp. All he hears print. He's like, Phil knows. I know Phil so well right now. Phil's going womp 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 womp.
I did get one print from my daughter because she's a Moon fan, and the guy who what's his name, who did the new Moonlight #1 cover, they had his the original piece was there, and while we were there, they announced that it was going to be a cover, and then the prices went crazy in the auction. Like it was announced during the auction it was going to be a cover, and the prices went crazy. So they had like a limited edition print for like of 25. I got one for my daughter since she's a big Moon Knight fan, and he signed it for her and whatnot. So
hold on. So before we segue to our next situation, so obviously original OA Expo, original arts, that's the name, SIGs, whatnot. But they have prints there as well. But even it seems to me, because obviously Mike, you and I say Mike because out of all these bougie individuals, you and I seem aligned. Kings of CGC and slabs, but I say that and signatures, but I say that to say you and I, we go to cons, so does Paul and Phil, we get prints, but the prints that you guys are talking about seem to be entirely different in terms of the rarity from the regular prints that we're talking about at regular cons.
They're not gonna have like stacks of just posters.
Yeah.
It'll be like it's a limited of X amount of number or whatever, and then signed.
That's dope though. Even that's dope.
Yeah, I got I got one of them shirts that black.
That shirt looks fire, Oracle.
I should have wore that today. Oh, I got one more.
Phil, do you have the video of Walt Simonson?
No, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm. What happened with Walt Simonson?
Absolutely not.
Hold on. Can I join? I just read the comics. Yes, boys and girls, do not let us scare you. When I say scare you, because I too, with all my ego and bravado, I was taken aback for a moment with the original art. I ain't got this. Listen, whether you read comics, whether you read manga or mangakai, for those that are purists, whether you collect SIGs, CBCS, which is CGC, original arts, prints. Okay, Phil. Some people like prints.
I'm not mad.
Accept all. Just understand that Phil will give you a dirty look when you say, "Hey, look what print I got."
I do think prints are necessary. I think people like prints. I believe there's nothing wrong with a good print. Just for me as a collector, print I don't have any use for them. Now, when my book is done, of course I'm gonna have prints of different things or whatever. I look at prints as more as merch. I'm a collector where I collect one of one. So if there's multiples of it, then for me, it's not whatever. Now, I will take a book. Like, for instance, Mafood had the book with a bunch of his artwork in it.
You go have books.
I'll buy those all day.
Oh, see, that's another thing I wanted y'all to talk about, the art books, because I know Uko Smith's art book is disgustingly dope. I can only imagine what's inside of that and everybody else with their art books. And then Phil, respectfully, I know you kind of touched on it earlier before we leave. And when I leave the topic, we ain't fully delve into your art book and how I know Oracle said it was well received, but chat about that for a little bit.
Yeah, it was. I think the art book it did pretty. I mean, so the thing was, I had a couple of the previews down. I wanted to give some people an OAX. I'm gonna be shipping out the actual books next. The actual previews, people who bought them, will be going out in a week or two. So everybody who's ordered them, orders are pretty much they're done. We're done with that.
Oh, so you're officially sold out?
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Damn, that was a week.
We'll be sending the print. I'll be sending those out to people, and I won't be doing any more. That's it. This is it.
That was only a week. It's sold out already. Damn.
We're done. So, and that's just special. And that's just for the preview book. And I'll have some on me, little extras, but that's it. Limited edition. Speaking of limited edition, I'll show you this. Look at these signs. The super crazy.
Oh,
signs.
wait. You got the signs.
Dig it. I'm digging.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even have that.
Super crazy signed copy.
I
don't even have
Let me say this too. I got one more piece to say, and I had to cover this up. So Jamie is one of the piece that Jamie, this is my favorite piece I think that I got. And Jamie's artwork to me looks like remember in the old Playboy magazines where they had like the little comics in them? And it would have like it was like a comic, and it would just be one picture, and it may have like a couple words, just a couple words. It wouldn't be nothing crazy, right? So I told Jamie, I said, yo, your style reminds me of those old Playboy cartoons. And he was like, that's exactly what I'm going for. I said, man, I want you to do me a Storm in that style. But I want to do something where Storm's like getting undressed or something, and like T'Challa's peeking and like sneaking.
Tough.
And make it comedic. So I covered up the parts that we can't show on here.
Got you.
This is one of my favorite pieces that I got at OAX.
Hold on. We're gonna do this. Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on.
I love that.
I see how you say this for last.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
This was a dope piece because
you showed a lot of covers and the color and whatever.
Jamie told me what he was going to do. He showed me the outline before he showed Phil what he was going to do. And
you know what's also cool about this? It's the storm, but it's the fact that T'Challa is in the freaking storm with the rain cloud, and T'Challa is literally in the grass. Yeah, and T'Challa's in the grass like a tiger would, or panther. You know, respectfully, that is absolutely fire. Fire.
I will rip these off, but
no, don't. Listen, don't get fined. Don't get fined. Now, before we move on, Paul, talk to me. What we got? What we got?
Let's switch topics. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and we come back.
Milestone.
We're gonna have a discussion on our next topic.
Cue it up. I got you, baby. Let's do it.
When you go to an art museum and you see pictures on the wall, what do you think? I can tell you that a picture cannot audibly speak anything. Yet you will be challenged to find something, however, that doesn't speak louder. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. And that is how I justify buying black books at times solely for their covers. Sure, I would love for the story inside to be amazing. I would love for the writing to capture my attention and hold my thoughts for ransom. Yet I have experienced a world of story in an image. I am drawn in by drawings and pulled in by paintings, not having an inkling of the message communicated by the ink. For my mind has made up its own mind, and it has told me it does not care what the artist creates, for I, a created being, see me in the work. I see my babies, I see my ladies, I see my brothers, I see my fathers, I see my people, I see my equals, I see everything and anything and something completely different from you and you too. We see the same shapes and colors, but not the same images. Beauty is truly in the eye of the beholder, for I beheld a canvas that canvassed my heart and mind, giving me peace, giving me sadness, and giving me anger, giving me love and giving me hope. So when I see comic books with a face like me, I see a story where half the story has yet to be told, because truly it can't. After all, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
All right.
Well, all right.
We are back.
So check it
Yep,
out.
we're back.
We have on Friday a discussion about the Milestone Dakota Incident book that dropped today. Shout out to the entire creative team.
I mean, if we're gonna do it right, come on now.
Shout out to the whole creative team: Joe Illidge, Stephanie Williams, Morgan Hampton, Nicholas Draper Ivy. Did I leave anybody else out?
Joe, Stephanie, Nick, Morgan
Hampton. Yes.
No, you good. Writers. I mean, Edwin Gallman, and World Designs. I mean, this goes on and on. You got the highest level of the highest level
talent on this book.
Yeah.
It was interesting over the past week that we've had a lot of debate in the space about should we support this book. This is amazing to me. For there ever to be a question as to whether the Black comic book collecting community should be supporting a Milestone Comics book. We live in interesting times where people don't fact check anymore. Up is down, down is up. Felons can become presidents. This is
clearly.
You can yell, nothing happens.
One thing I would never have predicted is that there are elements of the Black comic collecting community that would have anything other than positive things to say about Milestone Comics. I saw a video someone did where they actually said Black Indies versus Milestone.
That's insulting.
That's thing ever.
Even if it's an inflammatory title just to try and get clicks, it's just kind of disrespectful from the concept.
Talk about it.
Not everything's worth a click. But
I like that.
Be that as it may.
Milestone versus the world, baby.
Be that as it may, it's important that we contextualize the importance and significance of Milestone Comics. I get it. I get the debate. I get the debate about, well, we don't want to support DC Comics because DC Comics hasn't had a Black lead character in 1,000 days or whatever the challenges or people are talking about. DC Comics clearly doesn't care about Black characters is a statement. Marvel Comics doesn't care about Black characters. Both of these companies have hundreds of Black characters at disposal, and you have the foremost Black superhero in the world, the Black Panther. It's his 60th anniversary this year, and he does not have an ongoing title. That boggles the mind. They just ended Miles Morales to do reprints of his digital books. They ended Storm early to do a silly storyline that no one cares about as a crossover. No disrespect to Maria Ayadela, his storyline was fine, but ending his storyline so that they could do a crossover just made no sense. And then to reboot the book all over again. We don't know if that's going to be ongoing. It all depends on the pre-order sales. But these are the times that we live in. I've had people make comments in the space about, well, why are we giving all this attention to Milestone when we could be you should give all this energy to Black Indies, like it's a us versus them thing.
Talk about it.
It's not for me to talk about because I have plenty of thoughts on it. Instead, There are two brothers that made some posts today, I think it was, last 24 hours, that I thought really good viewpoints from different perspectives, because I'm just a fan. But it's interesting to get the perspective of this debate about the importance of these books, this particular book, this company, and the industry from both the retailers and a publisher's and creator's perspective. So to that, I give you Mr. Mike Davis of Blurred's Underground and Mr. Ray Anthony Kite of Sky Tiger Productions. Studio.
Round of applause, baby. Round of applause. Round of applause. Yes, sir.
Where's my round of applause, man? What?
I know. That one was on me. I'll take that one.
How y'all brothers doing?
I'll take that.
Doing good. Doing good. Blessings. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you got me. I'm being held together right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to fight this.
I know you're under the weather, Ray. I appreciate
because of you. Because of you, I was like, yeah, let's do this. Plus, it's a topic we need to talk about.
That's right.
It's a topic. Both of you guys made some very good posts today. And I think you have a different way to look at it. Given that the debate is why don't we support other Black indie creators? Let's start with you, Ray. You're a Black indie creator, a successful Black indie creator. You have worked in this industry for decades at every level. For all the companies, Marvel, DC, Independence. You even did work for Milestone last year with the Shadow Cabinet. You actually had the best art in the book, but don't tell anybody I said that. Why don't you start by giving us your perspective?
Paul, I thought you was gonna read what I wrote. But basically, it's this: what do you hope to accomplish by infighting? I don't understand it. And for those people who are like, essentially, Milestone is dead. You need to start focusing on the independents and stuff like that. I give you this. Had Milestone continued the way it was supposed to continue, first of all, they've done it in a way that nobody else has done it and nobody else will do it again. And
speak on it.
I've been in and around Milestone for years, and people have asked me a bunch of times, like, why does it take you so long because I've been on a different path. But, I know Dwayne, I knew Dwayne, and I know Dennis and all these people. And I know what it meant to them to do what they did. And so when you see like the Milestone covers at the beach house on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Talk about that last week.
Right? Who's doing it like that? Black Panther wasn't on no backgrounds and nothing like that until the movie came out.
That's right.
So when we talk about that, those people inspired all the guys that's doing independence right now.
That's right.
And I'll tell you this, I'll keep it real.
Say that part again, Ray. Say that part again.
Please.
What part is it? Because I've been talking a lot.
The inspiration.
Yeah. The cats, the cats that's doing independent comics right now, they was raised on Milestone. Right? And I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Batman has been around for what, 70, 80 damn years, whatever it is. And then you got Invincible, and then you got all these other things. So you got the Marvels, the DC, to whatever. Do you think that they are fighting and telling them, well, they should stop publishing Batman? And Absolute Batman's doing,
nope.
They don't say that.
Nope.
Right? They don't care about that because Invincible's making money. They are redoing their books. They just announced a reprint.
That's right.
Right? Terry Moore, Strangers in Paradise, independent for years, just signed a big deal. He ain't worried about Absolute Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, why you trying to cut off the people who have done it at the highest level? Our people.
That's right.
It's our people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand what the mentality is. It's not a zero-sum game. If they eat, we eat, and that's how you've been eating, but you ain't thought about that.
That's right.
So, anyway, I'm gonna take a little break. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Mike. If you got something to say, you know.
Nah, man, you summed it up, brother. And look, I was so the backdrop to this is I was already feeling, you know, some kind of way, seeing all of the comments and the sentiment the last couple of days, and I was trying to think of, you know, whether I would say something, because for those that don't know, I'm the owner of a retail comic book store called The Blurs Underground. We've been in business 5 years, and I just got back.
It's not a small feat. You're talking to somebody that sees the behind the scenes. That's not a small feat. Give yourself credit for that.
Talk about it, bro. I mean, listen, a year as a retailer is hard. 5 is impossible. And I mean, I tell you, I'm lucky I've been in the business this long. I'm thankful to all the folks who've rocked with us, who've come by and shopped and supported us. But it's been a journey. And last weekend I was in LA. They have a big retailers convention they do called Comics Pro. And thousands of comic shop owners come together, and all of the major publishers and indie publishers come to LA to present to all these retailers the lineups that they've got for the year. And last year, DC Comics invited me and a group of retailers to come out to their headquarters, and they wanted our thoughts on what content should they be making, what are our customers asking for. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I mean, when I got to that meeting, I felt a little bit of imposter syndrome, because I'm like, damn, I've been in this game for 4 years. I got one small shop. Some of these guys I'm in a room with got 6, 7 shops, been in business 20 years. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, well, if I'm in this room, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna rep my people. So when they went around the room and started asking, what do you want to see? And everybody's talking about Absolute Batman and this and that, my first response was Milestone. I said, I don't know what y'all got to figure out, but we need to see more Milestone. We need to see an ongoing series. We need to see more Black characters. I gave them the whole line. And one thing most people don't realize when they talk about DC Comics in particular, that they don't represent us, that they don't advocate for us, that they don't. There are Black executives sitting in DC I didn't know existed until I got
about it.
There are executives.
You already got to it, Mike.
Listen.
Come on, there are Black executives that work at DC who sit in those rooms and are advocating for these stories to be told, even when they don't have the sales to back it up. Even when there's folks not asking for this at the major retailers, they're going in those rooms and saying these stories matter, they need to be told. So when I came back from LA this time, fast forward a year,
we should have those executives at Black Comic Lords.
Come on, man.
Listen,
you've been trying.
Yes and no. Yes and no. And I'll explain once you finish, Mike.
So once I came back from LA this time, and I had just given them feedback about what was working and how people were responding to all of the titles coming out and the Milestone thing, and I'm seeing this sentiment, man. It was heartbreaking, because it's like, man, this is what we've been fighting for. We've been fighting to get Milestone, another attempt at Milestone, to get more content out there, and we got folks, you know, arguing over this. So I respect Ray. I follow Ray, and when I saw his post today, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give my time to actually craft a thoughtful response to this one, because I knew he and the folks that follow him would understand it. And then I posted it to the Black Comic Lords, and essentially what I said is, from where I sit as a Black retailer, and I deal with publishers and distributors every single week, I think a lot of the frustration from these indie Black publishers and the folks who support them is watching the big two get massive attention from books that feature Black characters and feeling like they work ain't getting the same spotlight. And I said, I get that. I get that feeling, right? If you're making the grind independently, that's some hard ass work. You know what I mean? Like, you on the road, people don't understand the work involved in that shit, from building something from scratch. I built my business from scratch, but it's a whole different hustle when you got to be at these conventions every month. You got families and you on the road all the time trying to sell these books direct to consumers. And then you see DC or Marvel flip a marketing machine on and dominate timelines, and it can feel like there's no oxygen left in the room for you, right? I get that feeling. But the part that I said people really don't want to hear is that the big two is always going to get the most attention. They got a 60 to 80 year head start on this game. They got a global marketing budget. They got thousands of retailer accounts automatically ordering and promoting their books every Wednesday.
Facts.
Talk about it.
That infrastructure matters. Distribution matters. Retail relationships matter. So it's not about quality. And I think that's what gets lost in this, is that we're saying, well, their work is better quality. These indies are putting out better quality. We never question the quality of what they're putting out. It's about scalability. And tearing down Milestone or Black creators that are working with the major two doesn't level the playing field for anybody. If anything, it's fracturing that audience that we all supposedly trying to bring into comics.
Man, say that, man.
Wait, Mike, hey, wait, Mike, you gotta go back and repeat that again, because what you
Please
said,
do. Please do.
We can end the show right now.
Yeah,
brothers, it's heartbreaking, man. Seriously, like tearing them down, because they're working for DC or Marvel, does not level the playing field. It just fractures this audience that we're all trying to grow. When we go in Black Comic Lords and we see all of this negativity about this stuff, it turns some people away, and that's not the point of what we're trying to do. So it's like, if anything, turn the real conversation to what it should be about. If you're complaining that you don't have access, let's talk about distribution. Let's have that conversation. Why don't more Black publishers have consistent pathways in the comic shops? I can talk about that. Why, you know what I mean? Like, why aren't there strong retail partnerships? I can talk about that. Why aren't we building tighter networks between Black creators and publishers and Black retail spaces? Let's talk about that. I mean, I feel like it's just easier to talk about DC and Marvel, but those are the conversations that I think are more.
Let me say that. There's a couple things that I really want to get off my chest.
Let's go, Paul.
Some of the comments I've seen, beyond just being ignorant and ill-informed, are just disheartening. Here's the reason why Milestone is important. Dennis Cowan, Dwayne McDuffie, Michael Davis, Derek Dingle, Priest. These brothers formulated a company, a concept. And it's important to put these things in context. It's one thing to be a young cat and go watch Comics Explained and Blurred Without Fear and have them spoon feed you the comics.
Oh, wait, we doing this?
So that you think you know what you're talking about.
We doing it? All right.
It's another thing to actually read each and every one of these issues.
Say it.
And then you take on top of that, actually reading it back in 1993 when they dropped, and going into an LCS and looking at the shelves in an LCS and seeing nothing but white faces on the covers of those comics.
Absolutely.
Until you got to that Milestone book, until you went there every week and you saw a Milestone book with faces that look like yours in the whole rainbow of brown and black that we come in.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Milestone did that before anybody else. Every week.
Yep.
Now look, Ray said something that's important. Milestone inspired a lot of these Black indie creators that we have today.
Yep.
I would say the vast majority of them.
Yeah.
For them to say otherwise would be intellectually dishonest.
I'm gonna call it what it is.
Very least.
Bullshit.
Well, it's not, hold on. So let's so if we're gonna have this conversation, let's get into it. 2 points. One, first and foremost, I want to say this: anything that comes out of my mouth is from the Sexual Chocolate voice box. Myself, Ray. Paul and the crew understands why I say that, because sometimes myself and Phil, we say what we feel. I'm not saying that Paul doesn't, but it may not be as polished as Paul. But listen, we speaking from the heart. So when you hear me speak, I don't want to hear, oh, the BCL said this. No, Chocolate said this. Come deal with me. Unfortunately, the people that we hear chirping, and I'm saying this respectfully because I love them, but you chirping because you ain't doing right. Because you're not comfortable. Here's why I say that, and I'm gonna call it a spade. And when I say come see me, I say it with love. It's not an attack. It's because one of my mentors told me a rising tide lifts all boats. Right? Meaning there's enough for everybody.
Right.
But the people who I see chirping, you chirping because you ain't. To me, you ain't where you want to be, or you not where you don't feel comfortable in your spot. The reason why I say that, because Look at Stranger Comics. Indie dropping crazy books, just did a deal with drop a movie coming out with Viola Davis. Sebastian is killing ass. I'm not just saying that because he's my friend, he's BCL, but no, it's a fact. He's indie. You don't hear nothing. I see other indie individuals dropping books. You don't hear nothing of that. The only people who I hear chirping are those that think FUBU is less than, because I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. I had to wear FUBU to go talk to the females. I had to have my Timbs and Jordans on right. So FUBU was not less than. So either way. And second of all, Sanford Green. And I say Sanford Green, Chuck Brown, and David Walker because Sinners came out. Everybody was like, oh my God, Sinners was dope. This, that, and the third. And it was. But what happened? Oh, if you like Sinners, go check out Bitter Root. That had nothing to do with it. They didn't say, oh, that's a Bitter Root knockoff, blah, blah, blah. No, I watched Sanford Green literally go watch Sinners. It's dope. It's dope. But they got residuals from it, not because of hatred, but because if you like this, look at this other black situation. And so Paul, go ahead.
Well, let me add a little different perspective.
Talk to me, Oracle.
Because I have a consultant firm for comic book creation, and I will give a free version of advice all the time because I believe each one teach one. That's my main mantra. But when it's time to actually make money and be viable, I can tell you a lot of creators struggle with doing methods that are tried and true. They will fight me. And I'm like, you realize I'm a collector of over 30 years and the industry successes that are like the epitome.
That's right.
I get the methods that I'm sharing with you from them. This is years, 40 and 50 years of tried and true. And some of the methods that I advise on are from the big two. And they will fight me all day. No, I'm not doing it like that. Well, why don't we do this piece, that piece? And I'm like, I'm only an advisor. I'm a consultant. Yep. I know what works because I'm the buyer. And I try to explain marketing. I try to explain production methods. And I try to explain the goal is to always, if you spend $1, bring back at least one.
Speak on it.
And those that are like, well, it's a little expensive. I said, well, go and shop around and break up the pieces that I'm giving you. And then come back. And they're like, oh no, your prices are good, but I don't know. And I've had over and over again where somebody will finish a contract with me and they think because I work with them a couple of months that they have all the answers. And they will forever point at Sebastian. They will forever point at Milestone and forever point at this one and that one and be angry and frustrated when it's them getting in their own way.
That's right.
That's where it comes from.
Absolutely. And can I just piggyback on that? Because you make such an excellent point, Angel. And that's the thing that I wanted to be careful with how I said this, because I know that the goal of every indie publisher is at mass distribution. Okay. There's some out there that don't want that's not their business model. That's not what they want it to be. But for those who are trying to grow and scale and are complaining that they're not getting the attention of a Milestone, that's really the conversation that we need to have. What are you doing to equip your business for it? A lot of creators that I talk to are great at content creation. They are great at creating characters. They're great artists. They're great writers. They can talk about their books, their works all day long. But when you ask them about the business, how are you handling your books? How are you keeping data on your customers and the trends and where your market probably, like when you have those kind of conversations about, let me know what your forecasting looks like, for the next quarter, it gets a little fuzzy. Those conversations aren't as easy. And I get it. It's not easy for creators to talk in that language. But one of the names that Paul mentioned, I was so happy when you talked about Milestone and you ran through that list of names, because one of the names that gets overlooked often that I think had the biggest impact on getting Milestone the deal that got publishing was Derek Dingle.
Derek Dingle.
he wasn't no creator. I mean, well, he was, but he wasn't he wasn't out there penning. He wasn't out there illustrating. He wasn't right. He was the businessman. He was a childhood friend of Dennis that he brought along because, in his words, he said we knew he had a job. He wore a tie. And he understood business.
Shout out to Jeffrey Thorne's point on this. Who's your Derek Dingle in your company? If you don't have one, go get one.
Come on, you know where I'm going with this.
Listen, Derek, you ain't got one. Go call Oracle. Go call Illuminous Minds. Go talk to them.
You gotta have somebody in your company, in your business, who understands the terminology, who has the business acumen, because a lot of times that's why they get stuck on that convention circuit, on the crowdfunding circuit, and they can't go to a distributor and have a conversation about getting distribution. They can't go to Lunar and Penguin because their books aren't kept right. They don't have the ability to forecast. They can't tell them what volumes to expect. And so when I think about Access and Milestone, that was their biggest accomplishment. They had to give up some things for that relationship, but it got them on store shelves throughout the country.
Let me talk about that point, Mike, because this goes back to one of the comments I saw in our space this week. We had people making comments all the way up to today. Well, I can't support Milestone because I don't want to put money in DC's pocket.
Stupid.
And I get it. There's Milestone made a deal with DC 30 years ago. But understand context, history. At the time, we're talking 1990s, Marvel and DC dominated comics. What you know of, Young Bucks, today, in terms of all these independent comics you see in the stores when you go, that didn't exist back then, like you see it today. You had a bunch of hot creators at Image, at Marvel and DC, that decided to come together and form Image Comics, but that was a different business model. They were all going to own a company, and they had the money to do it because these were the hottest guys in town. And they formed their own company. The only other company that I think existed around that time was like Valiant. Dark Horse came a little bit later. But these brothers came together and said, we're going to form our own company, but we need to do it in a way that we can not simply just be a black comic book company, because there's others.
That's right.
There's a Nia existed at the time. Brother Man had existed at the time. I mean, there are other black independent creators at the time, so let's not ignore that fact exists.
The 90s actually was a booming. That was a booming time for black.
It was a booming time. But Milestone did one thing different. Let me explain.
Quick, Paul. Let me say this real quick. Let me say, people forget this part. That era, there was a boom of. I'm 54. I was there. I'm in college, and I remember.
Damn, you older than me.
I am old. I'm grown. I remember there was a boom in black comics at that time. There was tons of black comics. There was tons of black comics and things of that particular nature. There's nothing new under the sun. So I remember at that particular point, because you got to remember, we talking the hip hop positive movement, Million Man March, all that type of shit's going on at this particular time. So that's reflected through that, man. Yeah, I'm a historian, baby. Let's get the history right. I don't want to sit there and talk like Milestone was the only player in the game. It was the biggest player, but there were a lot of black independent comics coming out at that particular point in time. And I know you said that there was only Dark Horse. No, there was a big indie. You had Comico, you had Malibu. I could go on. I don't want to give you
forgot about that.
I'm just telling you, there was tons of, this is when the direct comic shops were at its peak. It started. This is when you had the comic crash because it was too much, but there was tons of them. Paul, I'm gonna let you go back, but I just want to make sure we get the history right. So
all right. So this is kind of the point I'm trying to make.
Yes, sir.
Although there were other independent comic book companies, none of them had this deal, right? Because remember, we're talking about owning your own IP.
That's right. Repeat that, Paul.
Owning your own IP. That's why the Image guys did what they did. They wanted to own their IP. You had Jim Lee had the hottest X-Men book in the world. They made a whole cartoon, which they redid this year, called last year X-Men 97.
Fire, by the way.
He probably doesn't even get a single royalty check. All those designs, those are Jim Lee designs. He's not getting money for that.
That's right.
It was work for hire. So these guys are like, you know what? We're the best in the business. Let's go start our own business. Milestone guys did the same thing. But here's the thing. They struck this deal with DC. Oh, I don't want to support DC. Hear me out. They got to own their own IP. They got to own they had creative control over what they put in the books. Right? You ain't getting those stories in DC.
That's right.
Milestone had those stories, right? With this deal, they maintained their own IP ad nauseum. Now, here's the thing. When I hear these comments from people saying, well, you know what? I won't support them because they cut that bad deal. What's bad about the deal? Well, DC was distributing their books. DC was printing their books. Okay. So let me get it straight. Your problem is that these independent creators struck a deal with a big company to print and publish their books. Yeah, but they got to keep their IP. Well, yeah. Okay.
Paul.
So no, don't interrupt me. So here's the thing. What contracts do you have today with Aftershock, with Boom, with Image, with Titan Comics, with Only Press? What's the difference? The difference is Milestone did it first. So instead of criticizing Milestone for having a deal with DC, why don't you tell them thank you? Because now the deals you get with these other independent contracts, these other independent companies, they're the ones that paved the way for you to do that. Absolutely. Where do you think that deal came from? What part of the word groundbreaking, never been done before, do you not understand?
That's right.
They paved the way for you to be able to make bread, keeping your own IP, working for these other companies. Not being the owner of the company, working for other companies. They struck that deal. So it's a little disingenuous to say, well, I don't want to support them because they're tied to DC. Okay.
They own all their IP.
They own all their IP. Why do you think it's in DC's probably? Let me not say that.
Yeah.
It would be good if Milestone were to fail and be devalued, because it's probably cheaper to buy them outright to get that IP.
All right, can I talk on that, Paul? Please. I didn't want to cut you off.
Wait, Mike, is that you?
Yeah, man. I
hold on. I just want to correct thing. You talking about all the designs of that new X-Men that Jim Lee did? That techno-organic Bastion at the end, that's me.
Hey.
So you may continue, Mike.
Talk your shit, right? I ain't mad at you. Talk your shit, right? Hey, look, I just want to say this because I've heard that crazy ass conspiracy theory about, DC, because I don't know if you all are aware, some of you all in the chat, the book leaked, at least part of this book leaked about, a few days ago. And there were people who were jumping on this conspiracy that DC may have leaked it themselves so that they could tank sales of the book and use that to buy Milestone's IP. And I think,
for the record, no one knows what happened.
Yeah, but we don't. But here's the thing, man. I think when conspiracies like this happen, it shows that people clearly don't understand the way this business works. So I just want to educate folks really quick who may have heard that theory and thought there was something to it. When DC decides that they are going to publish and distribute a comic like this one, The New History of DC, they strike a deal. We don't know the agreement that they wrote out, but they agreed, DC did, to publish this on their label. This is the history of DC, not the history of Milestone. This is the history of DC. It went on their publishing. They distributed, paid the distribution fees, paid the printing fees. They marketed it to the retailers, gave us incentives, got it on shelves. There is no financial incentive for them to lose money on this project. so that they can go buy Milestone later. Milestone went on the hook for none of them costs I just mentioned. Now they may have some revenue sharing agreement or something, I don't know, but they are not going to lose Milestone IP because this comic book did not sell. That's number one. Number two, what most people outside maybe the industry don't realize is that leak could have happened from over 1,000 some odd people, because every shop in America gets that book a week in advance. We have a shelf date when we could put it on the shelf, which was today, but we all got it delivered to us maybe over a week ago. So you got thousands of retailers all across this country with thousands of employees who had access to this book. So if you think about where that leak most likely came from, DC, who would have tried some way of undercutting themselves, I guess, or where this book was enhanced from the printer, the distributors, the shops, the employees, and that entire supply chain, then it makes a little bit more sense that that theory just doesn't hold any weight. But I had just addressed that because I'm like, what are we talking about here, guys? DC ain't gonna make all this work of signing up this deal, putting this content out there, paying for the distribution, paying for the printing, paying the retailers, and then let it fail just so that they could, I don't know, buy a mouse. It just doesn't make sense, man. So I had to clear that up.
Mike, I do want to chime in here. So I do agree. Well, let me not say that. At the end of the day, both of them want to make money. Both of the big two want to make money. DC want to make money. However, and we dealt with this the day it happened, because literally live while we're here doing the Wednesday wrap up, I found out and I broke the news to the crew. The issue we have, right? Whether the intent, whether it was a finger slip or whatever, the book leaked on the DC app. Right, so the source matters. If it leak, I'm a cyber baby, right? And I say that respectfully, not trying to incriminate myself. We can go get books online and go read them on different sites, whatever. The issue is the book dropped or the book leaked on DC's app. For me, that's a problem of quality control or insensitivity, because especially as somebody who works in the tech, I'm the head of IT for a financial sector. I got white people reporting to me, right? When my developers want to launch a code, there's like 16 different approvals and checks before it goes to QA. Actually, it's UAT, QA, prod. Prod meaning production, meaning everyone can see it. I'm not going to go into minutiae and whatever, because I don't know. Full transparency, I don't know. But for me, it goes down into two lanes. And here's why I say that. The analogy I used was Absolute Batman is the hottest book right now. It is hot as fish grease. It would behoove DC that the book drops on Monday, it drops on the app on Thursday. It doesn't happen that way. The book drops on Wednesday. It doesn't drop on the app until a week later. So you're trying to tell me the book drops today, the book dropped on your app a week early? That tells me, one, either there's a lack of quality control, or two, you didn't care holistically. What I mean by that, either there's a rogue agent, there's a FUBUer in DC. He's like, I'm going to leak this shit, and I'm going to press play. Or someone said, hey, I'm letting Milestone go, and someone said, yes. Check one. Hey, I'm letting Milestone go. Yes. Check 2, 3 till we get it dropped. Either for me, that's still a problem of quality control, because you don't see nobody leaking Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, all these hot books that everybody wants to read now. Why is it the first time in 6 months, and maybe I am a conspiracy theorist, our book drops when Joe is dropping the 100K challenge and all of that? Now, I'm not saying that it could have been whatever, it could not have been a misclick or whatever, but it's pretty coincidental that our book leaks. None of the low printing books leaks. JSA number 9, and I use that as an example because JSA number 9, no one gives a damn about that. None of the no-name books leak, but this one leaks? Nah, come on. You mentioned
something that was important. You said Joe Illidge put out a few weeks ago the 100K challenge.
That's right.
Joe basically said, we want 100,000 copies of this book to sell.
That's right.
And so it was very disheartening, for having the book drop early to sort of undermine those numbers. But at the end of the day, no matter who leaked it,
right,
it doesn't matter.
You were either going to buy it, or you either were going to buy it,
or not. And here's the more important part.
Touche.
Here's the more important part.
Right.
It's not about DC. It's not. The 100K challenge, at the end of the day, it'd be nice to shove it in DC's face and say, look, black characters sell, you should put a static book. Cool.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's not about DC. It's not about them. It's about us.
That's right.
About that.
It's about us.
Yep. It's all good.
So
And
when
it's
I hear
always
these
been.
comments about why should we support Milestone, not support the indies, here's the thing. Milestone ain't even been around for like 30 years.
Right.
It hasn't been in stores for years. Indies have been out there by themselves. The black indies have been out there by themselves. Are they getting the support that they're looking for? No.
Oh, preach that.
Right? Black Panther 60th anniversary. Is his book have an ongoing series right now? No. So Milestone, which by all objective standards represents the best black comics has ever done.
Yep.
Right? Can we all agree on that?
That's a fact.
Easily.
Yep.
They did it best. Art, story, original characters, distribution every freaking week.
That's right.
They remain the pinnacle of black comics. If that can't reach 100,000 sales on a book that is objectively dope, I read it a couple weeks ago. It's a good damn book.
Right. Yep.
Particularly if you're a Milestone fan.
Yep.
If that can't reach 100, that has nothing to do with DC.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
It's
on
out
us.
there. It's in the store.
That's on us.
Can we
Pre-orders
also
are
talk
there.
about
I told y'all to pre-order it.
And Paul, and yet we are squabbling about
if it can't sell,
versus
that's
DC
about each and
or Milestone.
every one of us in the black comic community, and we need to hold ourselves accountable for that.
And let me just give you all some good news, because we on here talking about all this controversy and
I
all
know,
this, stuff folks are saying. Let me tell y'all some good news.
Talk to us.
So we set an intention today when we got that book on shelves today. I told my staff we're not leaving this store until we have completely sold out of this book, and we put in a good order for it. When we closed up shop today, I had 2 issues left, and I said, "Damn, we ain't gonna meet our goal, guys." We was getting ready to close up, and I got to shout out my manager Kevin, who been in there all day selling these copies. We had a ton of pre-orders for it, but we still knew we was gonna have some walk-ins, and I didn't want a single one on that shelf. And as soon as we closed, somebody went into the DMs on the Black Comic Lords, who saw my post and asked me how they could get it from my shop. And I sold those 2 to a Black Comic Lord member. We have now completely sold out of the history of, and I reached out to some other retailers who have sold out of this book. So despite, I think sometimes we have this idea that these things aren't successful, these stories aren't successful, but a lot of folks don't know the numbers behind this stuff. These books, these stories are successful. They are selling off the shelves. You know what I mean? Like I love that Joe went out there and he made that campaign. He honestly, I think, Paul, you do a great job of this. He understands this business. Pre-orders are what matters. Because what a lot of people don't understand about this industry is that DC and Marvel don't know how many of these books actually sell off the shelf. I want to pause there because y'all might not be aware of what I mean. DC and Marvel has no idea how many of these books have actually sold in stores. That is because they print to order what we send a month in advance. So they know how many orders were made for this book. Right. Because we as retailers had to submit our orders a month ago and say, this is how many pre-orders we got, this is how many folks we think we'll need for shelf. So they print what we order. If I get 100 copies of that book in my store and I sell 90 of them, I got 10 left on my shelf, I don't report that 10 back to DC. They have no idea how many are sitting on my shelf at the end of the day.
Right.
They know that I made that order for 100. So when we talk about how to get these books, how to get more of them made, you have to pre-order them, because that's what shops are using as the basis for how much we're going to order from the distributors. And that flags to DC how popular this book is going to be. Is it going to go to reprint? So pre-orders matter. Paul, thank you for continuing and championing that. And I just wanted to give y'all some good news that at least at the Blurs Underground and a few other shops that I've reached out to today, we all sold out of this book, man.
That's what's up.
Mike, what I would love for you to do, because that's the one thing a lot of these people don't understand. Explain to them, because I know it's going to be recorded, it's going to be up there, what FOC is. Explain to these people.
It's called final order cutoff. It's essentially whenever we get the catalogs. Back in the day, you used to actually mail you a print catalog, but whenever these publishers, they send their lineup for what's coming out a month in advance. They give us a deadline. We call it last call. Some people call it FOC, but they give us a deadline to submit our orders for that book so that they can go to print. So when we ask people to pre-order these books, it's a month before they come out, but we're asking them to pre-order because we use that number, that FOC order, to indicate how popular this book is, how many we need to fill those pre-orders, and that's a good indicator how many store shelf copies we need. So FOC is critical. When we tell you guys, it comes up every week. There are titles a month out that are on FOC, and we say, folks, go to our website, pre-order these books. When Paul's beating that drum and telling y'all, hey, this book is being drawn by some Black creators, please pre-order this book. That's why he's so passionate about it, because he understands the power of that FOC. That's when we go to them and say, this is how many orders we're going to make. And if we're not raising our hand, then by the time it hits the shelves, we done already lost. You know what I mean? Like if you wait until release day, you've already lost the battle, and you'll see less and less titles. You have to support them by pre-ordering them.
That's right.
Is there some way that someone keeps track statistically of the books that are pre-ordered by the FOC?
Yes. So they do. I will give you all. There's a site that's called coverprice.com. I think they have a way of looking at that. Some of us who use a point of sale system called Comic Hub, and there's some others, we aggregate our data so everybody can see what the pre-order numbers are across the country for folks who use our same POS. So there's some data out there, and it's used by stores to show like trends across the country. What are we seeing? What books are hot? But I will tell you, each store owner does it differently. I'm a nerd for data, man. That's why I own the business. Like I love numbers. So I go up in that joint every week and I'm looking at what's hot, what are people pre-ordering, what are they asking for? And my staff, my manager, he does an incredible job of just balancing that scale of like, this is how many we pre-ordered, this is how many we get in the shop. Businesses in this industry, like they live and die by that FOC number, that pre-order number.
Another thing that's another tool. So I moved Bulletproof Comics from a physical card list to League of Comic Geeks, right? So League of Comic Geeks is one that we use, right? Because it's readily available data. So the default sorting, so this is for everyone here, right? When you go to League of Comic Geeks and you just look at the week, it's automatically sorted by the most pulled books, unless you filter it out yourself to say, I want to see everything by Chris Cross or Dennis Cowan. So when you look and you see Absolute Batman is number one, that's not by mistake. Every shop that uses League of Comic Geeks as their pull order, every individual that goes and pulls it, it aggregates it. So you see the most pulled books first, to the middle, to the least. So that also gives you data that you can pull, export, you can use, you can compile. There's another one called, but it's rarely used, called Comic Sourcer. What Comic Sourcer does, it aggregates the data from Pullbox, from Comic Hub, League of Comic Geeks, and it shows you holistically from a top view across the nation what books were ordered before FOC date in terms of top to bottom. It also shows you, hey, this week this book was pulled and units were sold. So when they say Absolute Batman sold this many numbers, you can see where they're pulling that data from in real time as well. It's not like, oh, you gotta wait and whatever. No. Create a free account, go, boom, you can see it right then and there.
Yeah, that's right.
Shout out to Jeffrey Thorne. Appreciate the love, brother. Super chat.
Hey, brother Paul, let me say this real quick because I don't, I was real quiet through this one. Something I usually don't like to be, but I just want to sit back and listen.
I know you're exhausted from all the flexing you were doing earlier.
It's hard, man. You have a cool down period when you flex so hard. The one thing I want to say for me, I'll be very honest. I'm the type of person, man. I've learned how to not pay attention to all the negative noise online with certain things, because I feel a lot of times, I feel like it was necessary to have these conversations. I think it is. I think because we do need to educate people and let people know how silly they sound. But we also need to, everybody's going to have their opinions and things of that particular nature. But like when I'm sitting back and I'm seeing people say this and that, like I'm just like, I personally can't let the small-minded, weird, negative commenting individuals to overpower all the positivity about this. The thing that's dope about this is Milestone's about to return. And I think we haven't spent I know you got a show coming up where you're going to talk about that, but I feel like Milestone's back. Illich did his thing. I got one of my copies here, and we're going to always have naysayers. There's people who do, and there's people who want to do, and it's just a learning phase. People are going to always have issues, no matter what it is. It could be on the job, in your family, whatever. Yep. Somebody's going to always have an issue with something. And a lot of times people are going to see what other people, and people have opinions, So for me, I just sit back and I watch. The only time I really comment is when it starts to get really disrespectful or it gets personal. And everybody's entitled to their own opinion. It's fine. I think the numbers on this book are going to do exactly what it's supposed to do. But I will say this: none of this matters if we don't go out and buy the books.
That's right.
None of it matters if we don't. We've been saying this for years. Get books on your pull list. And there's been moments, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not gonna name people. I know some of these black YouTubers that get all these numbers and whatever. I've been in places. Paul knows what I'm talking about. I'm gonna be quiet, but I've been in places where I've asked on their panel, well, "What's on your pull list?" These African Americans ask, "Well, what's a pull list?" And they
No, I'll be there for you with the threats.
I almost can't believe that.
Now wait a second. I'm not talking crazy, and people can feel how they feel. Paul wouldn't say names. He can say names. I'm just telling the truth.
Hey, can I tell you? Can I say something real quick? We get a lot of our people in this shop have bought comics for years and didn't know what a pull list was. Let me tell you.
That's fine. But Mike, that's fine because that's different. I'm talking about people who are out here
in the know, supposedly.
Right.
Oh, okay.
They got podcasts and they're supposed to be,
right.
Experts.
Okay. And I was like, for real?
Okay.
There's a difference between saying I don't have a pull list and then saying I don't know what one is.
What it is. Yeah, because I'll say this. I mean, like I thought I knew something about this industry. When we bought the store, I'm not ashamed to admit, I didn't have a pull list at a store. I really didn't understand what it was until I got in it, because a lot of the shops that I was buying from at the time didn't want me to have a pull list at their store. They'd see me come in there every week or every month or whatever, pick up my books, or pick up books from them, and not mention, hey, we got this thing called a pull list. We got an aside. None of that stuff ever got offered to me. That's part of the reason why Marcel and I opened the store in the first place, because we felt like we weren't really welcomed or part of the community of the bookstores that we were going to. So we just opened our own damn store. But it happens. I'll say this. I mean, Big Phil, that's why I'm happy you said what you said. I didn't want to lean all into the negativity, because like at the end of the day, my store sold out of these copies, man. I had a good day today. And I gotta say too, this was one of the best Wednesdays. I woke up this morning looking forward to opening, because we had not only the New History DC, we had Temporal number 5 drop today.
Yes.
We had the homie Stephanie Williams had Threads of Destiny. One of my favorite Star Trek characters, Uhura, was in a feature. And I mean, that,
come on now,
that to me today,
you can show the real book right here, man.
Come on, man. This was like Christmas Day to me, man. I woke up today excited to go in this shop and see this stuff, because I'm a fan. And Stephanie Williams, Anthony Fowler, these the hometown homies. Like, this is Chicago. I'm looking at this like, yo, I know how difficult it is for them to get into the spaces that they're in. So to see their work pay off to tell these stories, man, it's a good day. It's a good day to be a blurred. If you don't consider yourself a blurred, it's a good day to be a black nerd, whatever the hell you consider yourself. It's a great day.
Shops in Chicago?
Yeah.
Man, I was just in Chicago a couple weeks ago during the storm, man.
Come on, man. Hey, anytime you're in the city, man.
We got to make something happen. We got to make something.
This opportunity to give a shout out here to
Tony Cottrell put it here. Support Black publishers and creators. I want to be clear. I want to be clear. Milestone paved the way for a lot of these Black indie publishers. And at the end of the day, would it be preferable if Milestone was its own company? Of course. But understand that was the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Their goal was to have their own company, just circumstances as to why that didn't happen. They only existed for 4 years. Those 4 years, they burned really bright. But the goal for our community should always be, we need to have our own books and our own companies publishing these books. And we need to support these companies that are pushing out our own books. And a lot of these brothers and sisters are right here in this chat. I want to recognize them. Tony Cottrell, Advent Comics, Frederick Little's Wiseacre Comics, Sebastian Jones, Stranger Comics.
That's right.
We got Ray Anthony Height, Studio Sky Tiger. They all showed up, to show support. And that's the way this community should be. We need to be educated. I see comments here. People like, I didn't know about a pull list. Y'all just told me about that. That's fine. As as Phil just said, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's what we're supposed to be here for.
That's right.
To educate each other. We need to share knowledge with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian Jones, one of the most successful brothers in the game.
Don't interrupt him.
Kickstarter and make $50,000 in like a day. It's crazy.
But that's because you see Sebastian
share his knowledge with any of y'all. Right?
But you see Sebastian Paul, he's selling, he's working, he's moving out here.
Listen. My man Rich, he says this quote, and I swear it burns in my head every time we have these discussions. Everything we need in our community is right here.
Yeah.
We don't need anyone else except ourselves. For us, by us. It's actually a pretty good thing.
That's right.
And let's not be the Ouroboros, right? Let's not be, because that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Everything that we need as a community is right here amongst each other.
Amen.
We got the fans, we got the creators, we got publishers, we got people, important, business-minded people that know how to do it.
That's right.
Right? And we all need to share knowledge with each other and stop looking at each other as competition, that we're trying to tear each other down, and we need to work together.
Now, hold up. Now, Paul, I'm going to tell you right now. So, it's funny. First, I'm going to address what Big Phil said about the negativity. I'm just like that. I usually let it just pass. So, I'm an observer, right? I take it in, I learn from it, whatever. I'm an observer. However, someone threw a little shade. Yeah. And I'm from Compton. I'm not going to let that slide. So someone threw a little shade. That's what prompted my post. And it's like.
Shout out to you for the Compton Con, by the way.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna talk about that too. So
we got time.
The thing is, I'm putting together a Compton Comics Expo. And I just announced it and it went crazy.
Yep.
It went crazy. We're working on that right now. I get back with Black Comic Lords about all that, But anyway, what I'm saying is this: y'all don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Like R.J. Barnes' book, Super Predators, will have an ad in my books. Like David F. Walker, he's about to do this thing with Blackenstein, which is incredible. It's some of his best stuff. We'll have an ad in my book, right? Y'all don't, people, y'all saying all this stuff in the independent circuit, y'all don't know what the other person's doing.
That's right.
Right? Because I've been about community. Right? And don't think, because I work for Marvel or DC or whatever, that I got a leg up. It's not that I don't see that I have a leg up, but I hustled the whole 20 years.
That's right.
Right? And I see what they're doing wrong and where they're not serving us. So I made my own to serve us.
Right. Keep talking your shit, man. That's it. Right. Look, you're right, Ray. I wouldn't even be here today if you hadn't posted that, man, because that ain't like you. I saw that post. I said, "Damn, Ray talking about it. Let me go ahead and put some words on this," because I know that ain't usually how you. But like,
that's not how I roll. Like that's the thing.
Roll,
that's not how I roll. That's not how I roll. But I will say this: if you call me out, I'm gonna show up.
Absolutely. I love it.
No, but you gotta say something, right? So for me, I'm the young pup in the crew, right? So I wasn't there when Milestone was popping, right? I'm close to it because the people who put me on and gave me the education. It started from Milestone. Like I think Paul and I were having not a private conversation, but we were just having a conversation behind the scenes. And this is a while ago. Just how you got into comics? And I'm like, my first introduction to Milestone wasn't the comic book; it was the show. But here's the thing. But here's what grounded it for me, right? It wasn't. Yeah, it was a black show, and you had Little Romeo, and I say that because Little Romeo at the time, yeah, we crack jokes now, but no. Little Romeo at the time, my generation, he was one of those ones, and now you hear him on a cartoon show, you're like, whoa, what's going on here? But what solidified it for me was, yes, it was a dope show and all of that. It was when Batman came into play, right? And here's why I say that, because it doesn't like to be talked about a lot, but sometimes the indie space gets looked at like, so DC and Marvel will be Jordan. The indie space will be that non-name brand sneaker that your mother bring you, talking about come wear it, right? You're like, that's not whatever. So I say that to say at the time I was just watching a show. I didn't know what this was. It was dope. But that Batman crossover, whether you like it or not, them being tied to DC as someone who didn't know nothing about the comics, I'm like, whoa, Batman's here? Oh, Joker's here? Oh, wait a minute. What's going on? Because I Batman at the animated series, that's Pinnacle. Whether you're black, white, that's Pinnacle cartoon. And I see them at 4 o'clock, and then I turn to 4:30, I'm watching Static. Batman's with Static. Whoa. That just elevated it. And keep in mind, that just elevated the show for me from coming from the place where I didn't read the comic. Then I do the history, and I'm this and that. I'm like, wait a minute. That's one. Two, the fact that Black History Month came on. Black History Month February. Yes, shout out to my indie brothers. I love them. Like we keep talking about Sebastian and all these other individuals, right? Musa, Line of Mally, all of my boys.
Ray Comics.
Yes, all my boys doing great work. I love them. Put money behind them. I put my money where my mouth is. But let's call a spade a spade. As someone that's new in the generation, right? I say that because Phil, Paul, you guys were there. You guys walked to the LCS. It's like when I'm telling my daughter, no, I bought Absolute Batman when it came out. No, I bought Bitterroot when it came out. You guys were there. What has the whole zeitgeist, everyone talking right now? Milestone. Whether it's negative, whether it's positive, everyone is talking about Milestone. Whether you like it, whether you don't, that tells you, wait a minute. What about this company, this little inside company? And I say inside company because they're a company within another company, whatever, in DC. What about these guys that has everyone up in uproar? What's going on? That tells you the power of Milestone, right? And then also everyone's, I'm not reading this black book. Who the hell is Bill Sienkiewicz? Who the hell is Humberto Ramos? Who the hell is Uncle Buzz? And for those that don't know, go pay attention. It wasn't just black people that, yes, it was head by black people. But like I said, not all skin folk is kinfolk. And if you understand the culture, you get it. Like when Phil was talking about civil rights and all of that, who you think was here with them as well? It wasn't just black people writing. No, they had help from other races as well, other individuals. Milestone put some of the biggest people that are moving and grooving today that haven't done a black book. And I say that because a lot of people think, oh, it's a black thing. No, they haven't done a black book, whatever the case may be. Where the hell do you think they got their start? Where do you think they got their grind from? Where do you think they got their tutelage from? Where did you think they came from? Bill Sienkiewicz is a savage. Where do you think Bill Sienkiewicz got his chops from? Humberto Ramos' first works in comics, period. Where do you think that came from?
That's right.
We were at OAX this past weekend.
Genesis Design. They made sure that was the reason.
Let's go. Paul, you were saying something?
We were at OAX this past weekend, and who was there? Jimmy Palmiotti.
Come on, Walter Simonson,
Dan Jurgens, and we got to talk to them about Milestone. Jimmy Palmiotti's face lit up. Can I talk to you about Milestone? Oh yeah, don't you understand? I was like, everyone's like, you can't be part of Milestone because you're white. And he's like, oh no, I'm not white. I'm Italian. Brooklyn. And he just went in and Phil recorded it. He was excited to talk about Milestone. He said that was one of the best times he ever had. In fact, what he said was, I wish I could have done more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Walt Simonson, Same thing. He's like, oh, Dennis Cowan asked me to do some covers. I did some covers during the Saddle War storyline. They let me do the whole cover for the whole line.
Yeah, right.
Walt Simonson, Kirby Award winner.
Come on now.
Right?
And
He worked at Milestone.
There was a lot of that.
Jurgens, he worked at Milestone. These aren't just
Throwaway
comic
names.
creators. These are legends.
That's right.
Right? That's how important this company was.
That's right.
On top of Humberto Ramos, John Paul Leon,
Oh, come on.
Chris Cross, right? And being founded by Dwayne McDuffie, one of the greatest comic book writers of all time.
That's right.
Not black comic book writers, one of the greatest comic book writers of all time. Dennis Cowan, GOAT. It can't be overstated how important that company is.
Right.
It has been to
And be
comic
right.
culture.
Well,
To comic culture.
Hey, Paul,
Not
and
just us, but to comics culture.
Paul, real quick, 2 seconds. Let me clear once again. I'm sorry, I'm a stickler for history.
MD Bright. How did I forget MD Bright?
Rest,
Oh my
rest
God.
in peace, MD Bright. But let me say this real quick. So, Chocolate Sienkiewicz did not get his chops at Milestone. He was doing comics since the 80s. Sienkiewicz was already a superstar.
Yeah.
When he came in, because him and Cowan was homies. So he was a
Camaraderie and
superstar.
Walt Comics.
He had the Moon Knight, New Mutants. But what happened was Sienkiewicz did the poster for Milestone. They got banned in a bunch of different stores. So we gotta get the history right. I know we get emotional. Let's get the history right. I do have a copy of that poster, by the way.
I'm just saying that's irritating.
Of course.
But
I really hate
was a big deal because Shops DC had Sienkiewicz do the poster.
Here's the poster.
There it is.
You make it big, Chocolate. Here's I make this. Here's the poster. This is done by Bill Sienkiewicz.
So Sienkiewicz did that poster, and that's
huge.
If you want to buy that poster now, that poster will cost you a grip. That was the promotional piece for Milestone at the time. Maybe not the only one, but that was let you know at your stores that Milestone was sold here, and it was so. And so yes, Sienkiewicz. You got to remember, New Mutants was pop. All that stuff he was doing was going crazy at that particular time. So that was a big. They had a very big.
Put it in context. Put it in context.
Well,
this is before the internet. They didn't have the ability to
so
advertise on the internet. They needed stores, and stores wouldn't put that poster in there because they didn't want to sell Milestone books.
Yeah.
So
Phil, you have to. Well, next time you talk to Dennis,
yes, sir.
Tell him or ask him about how they got all that stuff. Because back then, Sienkiewicz got hot on the mutants,
right?
And so he's like, they're starting to build Milestone. It's like, well, let me call in my friends. Let me call in. That's how they got all them hot covers. That's how they got all them top talents. Because Dennis called in everybody he knew. They loved this man.
Right.
So it was like, yeah, absolutely, let's go. Right. Yeah, you when you get a chance, ask him how that went down.
Walt said that. Walt said that this past week, and he said we
for real?
Always kicking it with them.
Yep. They had the whole clique. Yeah.
Because Dennis explained that story to me specifically, and then to a group of so shout out to my boy Rob Markman. Rob Markman interviewed Dennis Cowan 2 years ago at New York Comic Con for this Illuminati panel. It was Charlemagne the God, Rob Markman, a couple others, right? And Dennis basically explained. They asked him about Sienkiewicz, and he said it. He said he was sitting in DC's office, and they were looking for artists to work with, or the case may be. And he had a portfolio in his hand, and this is from Kenneth Cowan's mouth. He said he had a portfolio in his hand, and he was just like, "Oh my god!" And he was like, the dude. He was just looking at the dude's work, and he was like, "Who is this kid? Who is this guy? Bring him to me." And he's like, in comes in this skinny white dude, and he just grabs the portfolio, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going upstairs to go meet someone." He's like, "Oh, okay, cool, whatever." It wasn't until Dennis is in the elevator with him. He's like, "Wait a minute, why do you have that portfolio?" He's like, "Oh no, that's my art." He's like, "You did this? You did it?" He was like, "Hell yeah!" He was like, that's how they linked and met. And he was like, "All right, Milestone, come on over." That's how they linked and met, because he was like, "What the hell?" He was like, "Who is this dude?" He thought it was he was like some skinny little kid. Just keep in mind they were all kids at the time, but Dennis's verbiage. But that's how he found him. And I was like, "That's insane."
Yeah, it was tight sense.
Yeah.
And he was a award winner too from OAX this past weekend.
You and your OAX. Bottom line, people. Bottom line. Listen, You see the love, you see the passion. It's not because we're saying one is better than the other. That's not the case here, right? Like we said, we support everybody. We love everyone. But the vitriol, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. It's got to stop.
And let me just say real quick too that while we talking about this topic, a lot of those indie publishers that we talk about that you brought up earlier, and you can run through the names: Concrete, Stranger, all Advent, all of them are sold at the Blerds Underground too. We make sure we make space in our store for those indie publishers, and we make sure our staff has read them and can hand sell them, just like the DC, just like the Marvel. So we do the work. That's why somebody said something earlier. I'm like, I can talk this shit because I walk the walk. If you come in my shop, you're gonna see that. And a lot of the black retailers I've been to their shops, they do the exact same thing. So like somebody in the chat had asked how they can get their content in our store, just reach out, man. It's just, we're at Blerds Underground, Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Send us a message, let us know about your work, and we'll reach out to you and we'll work some kind of deal to get your books in. A lot of times when they come in town for C2E2, we're in Chicago, we link up with them, we go to their booths. If you got some stuff left over at the end of the day, let's talk about a deal for us so I can get over here at the shop. Those are the kind of deals that we broker all the time because we want their content sitting on our shelves. So like we make space for it. We make sure that it's there. You don't need the distribution if that's not your goal. Just come talk to us. We'll make the space. Somebody asked in the chat where we located, by the way. I haven't said yet. We're in LaGrange, which is a suburb of Chicago. It's located 15 South LaGrange Road. If you want to come check us out, please do. If you can't make it to our shop, if you don't live in our area, you can also buy from us online if you want to support. We ship anywhere in the country, and we do a damn good job with shipping too. By the way. So if y'all want to do that, and then somebody asked in the comments if I ever get the Kevin Smith itch and want to.
I saw that. Boys and girls, BCL family, I see the super chats. You guys will definitely get your love. You will get your bombs. However, you guys, I have one rule: when the conversation's hot, I'm gonna try not to interrupt it. So
makes sense. It makes sense. I just saw it and laughed, and I didn't want to forget it because I'm like, no, that ain't my blessing, man. Like I said earlier, my hero in the game is Derek Dingle, man. I love I love artists and creators to death, but that ain't my calling. I want to make this make money. I'm a businessman. I want to make sure my comic store succeeds. I got my eye on distribution and some other projects. I want to help all of these creators build better business.
Mike, you know we need to talk, right?
Come on, brother. Holla at him.
Look, you already know because at the Comic Den we did the signing for Sincere American Nightmare.
Yep, I saw that.
I want a copy.
Like I know I gotta hook it up, but I want to get a better copy because there's some mistakes in it. We was rushing to get out, whatever. So we're doing a better version, and that's why I'm kind of keeping it low. But that particular version, and my boys is in the building on YouTube, like Marcus D. Newsom, who did the art for it, Jamal Anansi. They all are part of the Studio Sky Tiger crew. However, we have sold at the Comic Den 50 copies by now.
Wow.
Like the last thing was like 40. So total is like about 100, 110, copies, whatever. And that's one shot.
Yep.
Somebody is flexing right now.
No. See, I would grab mine, but mine is on the wall because mine is signed.
Man, he needs to change his name from Big Phil to Big Flex.
No, this is Flex. This is Phil's regular MO. Flexing is what he does.
I know. I'll be in the chat all the time, even though I don't say nothing.
This is regular MO.
He knows I don't own that. That's why he's doing that to me right now.
Ooh.
Wow.
Really, Paul? You don't have one of those.
But yeah, Mike, let's get with it because we got like 5 books coming out. We're stacking, and as far as business, like we talking about who I'm. What is it? I'm Dwayne McDuffie. I'm Derek T. Dingle, and I'm Dennis Cowan. I'm doing all of that for my company, right? So, but that's because I learned from them.
Yep.
Right. So I got it. It's a lot. I mean, it's making me late on my own book, but let's not talk about that. However, it's like we doing all this stuff to build a thing. So we launch our website March 1st. And you can get all the content there as a webcomic for free. It's slow. You won't get the whole thing, but nothing beats print. Nothing beats holding that book in your hand. And this is what I know. Right? Nothing beats print. But let me tell you what I learned from also being a fan of manga and what Viz and Shueisha do. They essentially release all their stuff for free, very nominal, change you can find on your couch. They're building the fan base. So when they actually print merch, it sells.
That's right.
Because every time, like, I go to a shop, I got to go to a shop this weekend to drop off books, because once they see this stuff, they're like, well, we need to get your books in the shop.
That's right.
Right? And for me, I come from the time of mixtapes out the back of your trunk. Right? So I know how to hustle. I know what this is about. Right? Plus, I've seen people do it. It's a bill. You're not going to get that sitting on your ass talking shit.
Nope.
So that's really what it is. Like, and you make good connections. You be good people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I know is cool people. I was telling this on my own podcast, like 2% of the people is shiesty as hell.
Facts.
But most of the people is great, right? Most of the people is great. But them shiesty ones be the loud ones.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
That's all I'm saying.
So just keep your head on. So watch what they do. You don't have to say nothing. Just watch what they do. I'm in conversation with Joe Illich every week, David Walker, all these people, and trust me, the stuff that I know, you got to watch people. Watch what they do.
Yeah.
Not what they say.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Do you like Fred from Wiseacre? That's the homie, right? Jason Reeves, so 133 Art. Like all these people, they're moving in a certain kind of way that is beneficial to the community as a whole. I was buying stuff from Milestone, but I was also buying Tribe at the same time because it came out at the same time.
Same
right?
year.
Talk about it.
Right? And then I what was it? I got Brother Man, and so me and Joe been telling you, and I want y'all to watch this. Black Comic Lords for real. We've been saying this back and forth. We are in a movement right now.
Hey, hold on, Ray.
Oh man.
Wait a minute.
So the reason why I did Collections in Black the film was because I said we're in a Renaissance period.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let you go back and talk, my brother. I just wanted to be deacon while you was preaching and just give you that,
I feel you.
in the back. Go on, brother. My bad. I got excited.
No. First of all, I'm mad at y'all because I'm sitting here working while y'all having a good time at OAX. And I'm
see that?
Yeah. First of all, I must be, it's like a penchant for pain because I'm always on here watching what you do. And then when Phil be showing all the artwork, stuff like that, you're like, come on, man. Stop it. So, but anyway.
It's okay, because that's why his camera be breaking. It's okay.
So first off, we already know it's not the camera. It's StreamYard.
Yeah.
It's StreamYard.
StreamYard.
StreamYard. It's not. It's real.
It is StreamYard. It is.
We be in our little groups with StreamYard. We can't even hear each other. Video drops out. It won't handle the 4K no more. So now I'm using the laptop. I'm not gonna waste my camera's money and quality on this stream no more, man. Y'all gonna get I'm
whatever work. Do whatever work. But no, man. So that's really where my head is at with everything that's involved with all of this, because everything we've been preaching tonight, without Milestone, none of us would be here. I mean,
facts.
That's just what it is.
Yep.
And for anybody out there speaking that, like, well, we need to forget about Milestone, or we can't put all of our eggs in that Milestone basket. It's like, why is it like that? Do you think that they won't pick up your book if they pick up the new Static ongoing?
Facts.
That's right.
Like, where does that come from?
There's no logic in it, man.
There's no logic in it.
Logic.
It's zero logic, zero business sense.
It's just hate.
If Static blows up, if Milestone blows up
What you
the
think
way
will
it
happen?
was back in the day, you don't think people are going to start saying, man, I need to give some more Black books a try.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Like, if they did this, I need to find all the Black books now.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Like, why would you think the opposite?
Like the Black Panther effect. And when I say Black Panther effect,
exactly. The Black
Black Panther effect won, but I'm talking about what. So with me, right? I gotta talk what I see, what I know, right? I leave the history to Phil and Paul because they were there. I can't talk when I wasn't there. I was with my pops. You know what I mean? But nah, Black Panther came out. Movie, y'all catch me. Black Panther came out. #1, all black cast, black whatever, black cast, black director, broke through numbers, crazy. What we got after that? All of a sudden, we got the Woman King. We got all these other. Now all of a sudden, black movies make money. Oh, if it's not Medea, y'all don't want to go buy anything else. These nuts. Now, what you think happened? Sinners goes crazy. Bitterroot go through the roof. All the Black Cotton, Philadelphia. What you think happened? Geniuses. If anything, and keep in mind what we are saying, what I am saying comes from love because I want to see all my indies win. At the end of the day, all of us want to see y'all win. But y'all not going to win at the expense of bringing down Milestone. That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
If Milestone wins, as an indie company, you would want Milestone to win. You should actually throw support, regardless whether you get the support or not, because that conversation does need to happen, and it is there where indies don't get the support. We're not oblivious to it. We're not going to pretend that it doesn't happen. Yes, we know, because I was one of those people where someone gave me an indie comic, and I'm like, who the hell is this? Let me go get the DC version, regardless of where it came from. Obviously, through channels of Black Comic Lord and Phil and Paul, we got learned, and now we know better, right? But as an indie publisher, you would want Milestone to win because the residual effect of that is going to roll over to you regardless. Now, all you need to do is sharpen your sword and make sure that your product is up to par, because that conversation isn't there either. Where, oh, I'm black, come buy my book. Your book is shit.
Yep.
That's another episode.
And Chuck, I'm gonna double down. If Milestone's eating, when I did Milestones in History, they mentioned Midnight Tiger in the back of Milestones in History. They didn't have to do that. It was a surprise to me.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah. And let me just say too, man, I think there are a lot of indie publishers who went out today and supported these titles. You know what I mean? Like I was looking in the comments, I saw Wiseacre up in here. I saw he mentioned my boy Harold Peak from over at New Horizon. New Horizon. He's a customer of ours. He went and picked his books up and made his order today. A lot of these indie publishers are supportive and are supporting these titles and buying them. It's just unfortunate the ones that are loudest and angriest get all this attention right now. But there are way more of us, to your point earlier, Ray, about that 2%. The majority of us are supporting. And one other thing I'll say too, because I think there's this misconception out there that comics don't make money, that the sales are low. I think who was it? Big Phil talked about this Renaissance era. There is something happening right now in comics that is exciting. We are getting more subs, more sales than we have ever seen as an industry. I'm not just talking about as Blurred's Underground or Black retailers. As an industry right now, they have published articles talking about the resurgence of comics, how quarter over quarter we are seeing record numbers. We don't know where the ceiling is. That is facts, like our stories are getting out there. Sales are increasing. And if yours aren't, like, you got to figure out why that is. But it ain't because the market's not there. People are buying these comics right now. Business is doing very well.
Mike, you want to know what I believe? And I say that.
No.
I'm gonna say it.
Here we go.
You're not stopping me. I got the magic button. You know what I believe this happened? I'm gonna call a spade a spade. As much as people talking ish about the big two, the minute the MCU and the DCU drop all their ish, what happened? All of us, whether you want to add, this is my take. I'm not saying I'm right. I do have some facts to push behind it, but let's call a spade a spade. The minute the MCU realized they got the golden goose, that free 4-year run, all of a sudden you had everybody running back. Oh, let me go get this book. Let me go get this book. Let me go get this book. Let me go get this too. Obviously, COVID had a part to play it well with the rise of apps like Whatnot, right? Because I'm a Whatnot of Sexual Chocolates. Meet me, this Friday we got Joe Illich, Nick Draper, Ivy, and your boy Joshua Sway.
And he throws in a plug. This guy.
I'm just saying, listen, it is what it is. You want the book CGC?
Plug away.
Yeah, I'm plug away, baby. Make sure you got it. $15 if you're a new user. I got you. But my thing is, COVID, everybody was sitting home, right? Everybody was, it is what it is. Everybody was sitting home. COVID came through. Everybody watching movies. Whatnot came through. You had eBay Live. eBay Live. Where do you think that came from? Whatnot. Whatnot literally was built on the backs of comics. You got all these other apps, HSN, QVC for comic nerds. They're walking into shops picking up comic books. So like I said, I'm a bulletproof baby. Thanks to Big Hank. I'm behind the scenes. I'm there ordering books. Hank's telling me, yo, Chocolate, go get this, order this book for me, please, help in the shop. Where do you think that came from? Now, I'm not saying I'm not oblivious to the faux pas and the buffoonery that the big two have done. I'm not oblivious to that. What if number 3, Miles Morales at store? We had that conversation. Leaking DC books, leaking Milestone. But at the end of the day, who's also enjoying that? You got Mike Davis here, a black man with an African American comic book shop, right? He's eating. What you think is making him eat? You don't think if all of a sudden there's a new Marvel movie, all of a sudden his shop not going to be flooded with people? Obviously, it's up to him to do the work and say, hey, I see you looking at this book. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. But this is what happens. So you can't knock down the system when it's not beneficial towards you. That's my problem, right? It's like, oh, why me? Why me? Why me? These nuts. Because here's the caveat. No. Y'all asked for it. We're giving it to y'all.
I think I'm gonna rename this episode "These Nuts."
Nah, listen. Because here's why. One. No one but the people behind the scene know what the heck the legality and the logistics are to the agreement that Milestone made. Absolutely. However, Milestone is still here popping and moving. And when I mean popping, they are popping their tags like Big Phil at an OAX Expo with a blank check. They are popping. He's still here talking about them. That's one. Let's call a spade a spade. Are you kidding me? They are still here popping. 2, at the end of the day, if they win, we win, geniuses. That is why you have to support these stores. That's why you got to put these FOCs in and buy the books. It's free to pre-order the book. Oracle and I say that all the time. No, it's free to go pre-order the book. You can window shop to your heart's content. If you don't pick them up and pay for them, that don't mean jack squat.
Not only is it free, most comic shops will actually give you a discount if you pre-order.
Talk about it.
Right.
It's
Right.
economically to your
30%
advantage to pre-order.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes good business sense.
Come on.
You're supporting, you're voting.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no reason not to pre.
Ooh, I like how you put that. That is your voting. I like that, Paul.
Yeah.
I like that.
Look, it's getting late, everybody. Before we go, a couple things. One, I need everyone to hit the like button right now. We're giving you a lot of dope content, to be honest.
That's a fact.
I ain't gonna front. We're giving you a lot of dope content. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, there's no reason for you not to. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You know when we're doing these shows in the future. And there's this new button if you're watching this on YouTube called the hype button. Hit the hype button. It doesn't cost anything, but for some reason the algorithm now loves this hype button and it shares the video over more people. So we want to get this message out. If you've learned anything tonight and you want to share that message, please go ahead and do those things. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the hype.
Wait, somebody needs my response?
But hold on 1 second before we get your response. Let me say this real quick. So I know we end it out. Very important. Mike Anthony Davis, please hit me up. We need to wrap.
Okay.
Two.
You can hit him up after we have our conversation. Mike.
2, I need for everybody to really pay attention to the BCL channel. We got some crazy things up in store. It's just going to be totally different than what it's been in the past, and I need for y'all to really be on board. 3. I didn't get specific. I'm just telling people 3.
If I may, it's really appropriate that you make that statement while these two guests are here. That's all I'm going to say.
Word. 3.
Paul, do they know?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 3. Let me say this too. I just want to emphasize when we was talking about the Renaissance period, and I want you to just you know, to the importance of that statement. This is like my man Newton had even said when I was doing the film when I was in New York. He was like, "Man, it feels like what you're doing is like what we did in the Harlem Renaissance." You know, if you haven't seen the collections in Black film, talk to your local museum, theater, to holler at me to get it there. You'll see everything that you need to see in that piece. But it's just, we're in a moment where I went to Sebastian's house and filmed at Sebastian's crib. I was with Larry Stroman and Todd when they were getting ready to drop Tribe. The new issue of Tribe was then dropped, unfortunately. Sean Martinborough, who also was at Milestone. A lot of people don't give him his don't recognize, but he was at Milestone too. You know, I can go on and on. The Renaissance period is now. We're in an era now where you go into this chat and you see Elliott, Sanford Green, Ray Anthony, just all at one time. Cowan, Guru, people from all walks of life. We have never had this moment before. And I need for people to understand that. We have never had this moment before. Just 2 days ago, I'm in the room with me, Paul, Romita, anybody you could, Walt Simonson, and we're sitting there talking black comic stuff. Not in no weird way, not in no, oh, we got these white comics and then we got these black comics over here.
They were excited about it. They were excited to talk about it.
It's just regular conversation. And I'm not in the room as if I'm a stranger in the room. I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm gonna speak for myself. I mean, because I know Angel and Paul can speak for themselves too, but I'm not a stranger in the room. When I walk in there and I'm talking to people, and Mannix is like, man, I've been watching you on such and such. What's his name? Adam Kubert apologized to me for not doing a sketch in my book.
Wow.
Adam Kubert. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, and I'm not saying it because, well, these are what, no, these dudes are greats. These are, we're just all, I put greats in this. I put Cowan and Adam Hughes. I put Still Freeze and Adam Hughes in the same category.
Absolutely.
They're similar styles to me. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm just saying we are in a Renaissance period where we're able to connect everybody's able to connect. We got the indies are doing very well. We have more of us on the screen than we've ever seen before. The time is now, and we're actually recording and creating history. 30 years from now, they will be talking about these broadcasts we had Ray Anthony on. Man, they had Cowan on there, and you could go into the chat. You can look in the chat, and Sanford Green's just in the chat talking. They didn't have Stanley and Jack Kirby in chat, be able to talk in the chat and things like that back in the day.
Imagine Milestone had internet back then.
I'm just saying right now we have a responsibility to, one, get the history right. That's why we're always correct when we say stuff. It's very important we get the history correct, because we can't complain about them not getting our history correct if we don't have our own history correct.
Preach.
And I just want to say we're in a Renaissance period. We need to work together as much as possible.
Yep.
We don't have to put anybody else down for us to get ahead.
And
if we see somebody else getting it, that's a good thing, because the residual come down to us. Now, everybody ain't going to be generous and show the love. And you know what? That's okay. If that's how they want to be, F them. You know what I mean? But I can still show them love for what they've done. Doesn't mean I got to rock with them, but I can still show them love for what they've done. I'm just saying, man, at this particular point, we're not coming to a Renaissance period. We've already been in there for the last couple of years. And like I said, this time frame, years from now, people will come back and say, man, all this shit was incredible. That's all I gotta say,
Hey, shout out to my boy Ken Lashley, who I think just popped in there, by the way.
Come on, man. Come on.
Don't
get me started about him.
Me and Ken was supposed to do this thing. Like, he has these things where he's drawing, and there's the group. You guys know that Ken has these things, and he was like, we should do one together. We haven't done it yet.
Time to do it.
I know, man.
Me and Phil supposed to.
We waiting for
It's me. But
well, hurry up, get it done.
I know. So
the beauty of this too. The beauty of this too is building. Paul, Phil, Oracle. During the BCL con, Oracle and I were, and Derek. It was our jobs to keep things on track. Right, we were the ones that got people in and out the room. We told everyone.
Oh man, that was a lot of work too.
Listen, when we're done, kick them out. There was a session that Oracle and I were, as you guys know, I'm quick. myself and Paul and Phil, we the wild cards. We ready to go. We the ones that Paul says, go. We out. Oracle was matching my energy because both of us were behind the scene and we were just like, get out. But what was happening, we were, from a logistics standpoint, we were upset and annoyed because we got to keep it time, 15, whatever. But what was happening live on screen, we didn't touch because we had different creators, writers, editors, artists, and they've heard of each other, but they didn't get a chance to actually actually see each other. Right. And so live on the BCL Con chat, they were literally going, dude, I love your stuff. Yeah, I love your stuff. This goes back to what Phil was saying. So we are in real time creating connections. So now, perfect example, New York Comic Con, they give out these little cards, right? Go see David Walker. Go downstairs. Go see Tuskegee Airs. Go see that. So now what happens is now if Ray's at a con, Mike goes, yeah, man, they ain't let me in. Really? Come on to my table. Well, I got come on, whatever. Come over here. I got space. If I'm on a yo, chocolate, yo, what up? Yo, I got you. Come on. We building the community right here in front of you in real time. Phil, yo, Randy, I'm in New York. I got something. Yo, Phil, I'm in Pittsburgh. What's going on? We building the community. There's more positivity going on in the last 3 years. And the reason why I say this, because yes, I could be loud, I could be boisterous. At the same time, don't let the FUBU be the headline. There's so much positivities. There are so many movers and shakers. I'm gonna end it with this. Paul said something. He was like, "Oh, there's a bunch of black editors and people at DC and Marvel. Maybe we should get them." And I said, "No, because let them stay in the shadows. Their power is in the shadows. But there's people in the room advocating for us, whether there's no money being moved or whatnot. But there's so much positive stuff going on. It's unfortunate that a negative situation galvanizes us. It is what it is. So the noise is always hotter than the positivity. But don't let that fool you. There's a lot of positive work, positive movement, positive collaboration happening right now. Don't let the FUBU catch you. Don't. Oracle, I give you the floor, my darling.
Oh, there was a few questions. You surprised me. It was like, there was a few questions about my consulting. Yes, I will offer free advice. I had a couple of people reach out to me today, and I just nod and give. Oh yeah, you're on track. But if you are lacking logistics, if you're lacking processes, and I do contracts as little as 90 days, it's my company's called the illustratedguild.com. I help with LCSs, with advertising, creation, all the things. I also do celebrity handling because a lot of times celebrities are not familiar with the Comic-Con community. So like for MegaCon, I will be handling Evan Park. He will be my client for MegaCon. So
that's a small thing. That's what? Talk your talk.
All the things that people usually pitfall and lose a lot of money on, you don't have to. There are guidance, there are methods in place. Not saying that everything will be perfect, but you don't have to lose your shirt while you're doing the thing that you love. And I'll leave it with that.
Tough. That's right. Paul, you smiling. I like
everybody on this panel. I appreciate Ray, you and Mike coming here and sharing your thoughts with us. And I appreciate everybody in the chat. A lot of love in that chat. Please don't take any of the stuff I was saying about the small, minute 2% of haters that were out there. There is so much love in this community. And I think that's why I felt moved to bring us all together to talk about this tonight, because we do this Black Comic Lord stuff out of purest love for comics, for comic book creators, for this culture, this family that we have, because BCL is a family. Lots of people have followers. Lots of people have fans. We got family, and that's real. So yeah, I take it personally. You want me to fight? I'll fight for family.
Hey, Mike, man, don't snap on that ever again, dog. I know you light skinned, man. Listen, man, it's Black History Month.
Oh my goodness!
I'm sorry, what happened? Wait, what?
Yeah, big Phil, look, Phil, I can't even snap, bro.
Wow, man, we ain't doing that, man. Listen, man, I know we near the end of Black History Month, man. Y'all can only celebrate from the 1st to the 14th, man. So, you know, y'all got till Valentine's Day that y'all
like any family, we all snap on each other.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all.
I'm just like you all right with me, dog.
Funny, man.
Look, look, I'm get all the negative stuff out the way, because I want to focus on the positivity of that book that dropped today on Friday. We're going to be speaking with the creators of that book that's putting all their tireless hours bringing that.
Talk about it.
Joe Illidge, Stephanie Williams, Morgan Hampton, and Nicholas Draper Ivy will drop in on Friday at 9 to talk about the book and their experience in doing it and what it means for all of us. So I hope you all join us. Until next time.
Paul, wait a second.
Wait, yeah. I want to say something too, Paul.
Wait. Because Friday, no, you don't interrupt me. I'm going to interrupt you. No.
Don't ever say you're on top of me, cuz.
After Friday, you can get those books signed. Where? Sexual Chocolate Comics with Joe Illidge, Nicholas Draper Ivy, and Joshua Swaby. Get them books signed only with me. And you know we're going to have the CGC on deck. And just when you think it's over, MegaCon, we got a round 2 coming for your ass. I'm not even going to pause that. Milestone at Brooklyn, Milestone at MegaCon. Phil, what you got, my boy?
Real quick, too. Let me say this, too. This has been a great show. I enjoyed the show. There's a lot going on. We didn't even talk about the books this week. It doesn't matter. We can't leave
blurred. We can't leave that.
Tomorrow, I need for educational time. Tomorrow, Heritage got their auctions tomorrow on watch the Heritage auctions. It's gonna be a lot of Black books, a lot of Black art going for a lot of bread. You may be able to sneak in there and grab something. It's important that we're on there. My last point, don't think that these shows and these podcasts don't do anything. I remember when we first went to OAX, the only brothers there was me, Paul, and Otis.
Ken Lashley and Brian Stilfrace.
Now there was more of us, there was more women, there was more kids, and people kept coming up to me talking about, yo, I'm here because of seeing y'all on the show. So these things matter. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm done. Check out the Heritage auctions tomorrow because it's important for y'all to see how much these things actually go for. It's serious business. Just letting y'all know. That's it.
All right, now I'm gonna go. So once you get your books, come to the Comic Den this Saturday. Dennis Cowan and Morgan Hampton will be signing this weekend in Los Angeles.
Ray.
Yes. I know what you asked.
Better have some signed copies from that, man.
What's
Joe?
What's the worth to you?
Joe already owes me a stack, so tell Joe to add to my stack. I got my pull list. I need some signed copies of Morgan Hampton and Dennis Cowan.
All right, cool.
Maybe if you come to MegaCon, you know what? I'm not saying nothing.
Oh man,
you already know chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and Paul,
let it go where it go.
Yeah,
we got to talk anyway.
I mean, Mike, it's only right. Mike, it's only right. We can't do the round table and you don't say something.
Plug, man, to get your swag on, bro.
Hey man, look, I just want to say real quick, thank y'all for the support. Us, retailers, man, we need all your dollars. If you don't have a local comic book shop that you shop at, hope you all do. You could always come check out the Blurs Underground, but I'm glad you all shouted out the Comics Den. That's the homie Joe out in LA. Check out my man Phil up in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. Brother owns a shop that's got a partner vinyl shop and comic shop all in one called Offbeat. There are quite a few of us. We're trying to build a community as retailers too, because there aren't many of us, but we're trying to grow that. I pray for the day it's not so damn rare to say that you're a Black comic shop owner. There's plenty of money made in this.
Talk about that.
If you got an interest in getting into this business, whether that's through the publishing, the retailing, however you want to slice and dice it. If we got some information, we're sharing it because we want to make sure there are opportunities for all us out here to eat. So just want to say that. Thank you, Paul, for giving us the platform. Ray, you inspired all this with that damn post. So thank you, brother.
Oh, man. Look, the thing that I did is open my mouth. As a matter of fact, I think ever since I left Marvel, I don't got no filter anymore. So that's my problem. That's my problem. Ever since the George Floyd thing, when I called him out and I got a phone call from him, it was a whole thing. So my filter's been real thin, bro. Like
continue, man. Continue.
Last two things. These two brothers, Ray and Mike, are going to be working with us on a couple projects that are really dope, and I can't talk about it right now. But it's
exactly. Then what you doing? Like you just going.
I'm proud of, and I'm looking forward to. We got a lot of stuff. Phil said we got a lot of stuff cooking, and it's all dope. Shout out to Sebastian Jones. So I was able to make it to the Stranger Comics announcement this weekend. But for those who don't know, he says here, pre-order our OG book, The Untamed #1, which is being made into a movie with Viola Davis.
One and only indie.
A live action. I also believe an animated joint as well.
Wow.
Sebastian's, just one of the most giving members of this community. Always has an open door to try and help the next person up, which is what this is about. And he's being rewarded from karma's a thing, baby. And karma's being good to him right now. But don't let it be fooled. That brother works hard. He gets his hustle.
Yes, he does.
He ain't gonna find somebody that works that much harder than Sebastian Jones, and he deserves the flowers he's getting right now. So please, support all of these creators. That's it.
Take us home,
Black Comic Lords. We got you.